Did, yeah. Dusty has been screaming and tweeting that you've been gone all day.
Oh.
Yeah,
Tweet,
Sam.
Oh.
tweeting,
Sam was
tweeting.
like, "Oh, this is gonna be horrible," because Dusty screams and screams until Willow goes back in their room. And since you're gone all day, then Dusty just squeak squeak squeak. It actually wasn't that bad, but he was he was not happy.
Yeah.
It's like Ashley, Joey's cat. Whenever we go to the store or when he's gone for whatever reason, she just walks around the living room going, ow, ow.
It's so sad.
Yeah, when we're gone, if our pet's been used to us being home a lot, when we leave and stuff, it really screws with them emotionally. It's really hard on them.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me
Even
feel
Bitty's
guilty.
confused. Poor Bitty.
I mean, honestly, any real pet lover would feel guilty every time they left to go to work.
Pretty much.
Oh wait, was this a cat?
Bitty?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, then doesn't
Okay.
count.
Cats don't give a shit, so take back what I said. And I love cats, but seriously, you walk out the door, the only time they think about you is if their food bowl is empty.
Oh, by the way, Nick, something I learned about Bitty, he only wanted to go out, like, into the living room and stuff at night, because I used to be out there.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That's why, because I noticed he doesn't really want to go out anymore, because I've just been staying in my room. So, like, that's probably why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Big ugly Bitty.
I'm going to go refill my water real quick, and then when I get back, if your stream's up, I'll be ready to go.
Okay, yeah, I'm streaming now, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, like, just
Okay,
because
well-
I started the stream doesn't mean we have to rush to get into it. Attention stream, you can fast forward a little bit if you feel like it. You know, I mean, it's a
But
stream. Come on.
I'll be real quick, though. I'm just topping off my water, so if anyone else has any last-second stuff, they can do it.
No rush. Oh yeah, there's something I
So-
could be doing right now. Oh, I'm here. I'm not gone. I'm just muting my mic so no suspicious noises show up on the mic. Were you gonna say something, Zach?
Yeah, but you're already streaming, and it's about work stuff.
Yeah. I gotta end the stream and then restart it.
Nah, it's okay. We'll talk later.
Oh, I could mute. That's what I'm gonna do. I can mute the desktop audio so that I can hear you, but the stream can't. Yeah, basically. Yeah, the stream can hear me right now, but they can't hear you. So you can tell me, and I just won't repeat anything that you say. Oh, awesome. It's always nice to make new friends. Oh. Well, that's good news. Have you seen the first Horrible Bosses movie? The one, so Charlie Day is like a dental assistant, and his boss is Jennifer Aniston, and they're both like married, or he's got a girlfriend or something, and she's like always coming on to him at work, but she's his boss, and she's like pressuring him, and he's like always trying to avoid her and stuff. So then the three friends are sitting around talking about their horrible bosses, and he's like, "Oh yeah, my boss is always trying to sleep with me," and they're like, "What? That's not a complaint. She's hot." And he's like, "I've got a girlfriend." They're like, "That doesn't matter." And then the whole movie, they're like ribbing over that, which is problematic, especially nowadays. That definitely problematic. But I mean, also, you know, Jennifer Anderson. But hey, Charlie Day. I mean, come on. I can think of a few things. I'm gonna unmute you. I'm unmuting you now. So okay, you guys are now back on the stream.
Thank you.
Alright, is everyone here? Got your character sheets ready and got Owlbear pulled up?
Yep.
You.
I'm ready. I got my character sheet and I got my pencil and I got my miscellaneous. Ooh, piece of candy.
Ah.
The bonus, the potions,
Ooh, sip a potion.
the herbal supplement. So, quick recap, just of what you guys have done so far, so you can kind of have it fresh on your mind as if we just played it. But I'm just gonna very quickly go over what you've done so far. You fell down into a room and didn't seem like you'd be able to escape, so you decided to delve further into the dungeon. You found a skeleton with a satchel that had some loot and a smudgy, water-damaged piece of paper with some sort of charcoal drawing on it, which is in the Discord chat to reference. You found 2 wing rooms off of a main room after walking down a Devil's Mouth hallway. One of them had a teleportation circle. The other one had a skeleton chained to a table and a blocked chimney. You opened a giant wooden doorway with a key that you found, and a gust of black smoke vomited out of the hallway, and it's probably fine. You walked into the room, and there was a giant burnt out pile of wood in the center and a bunch of hacked up church pews spread throughout the room, with 2 doors, again, on the left and the right, and a giant dark hallway leading further into the complex. You went down the right door and opened it and looked, and it went into darkness. So you checked the other door, and it also went into darkness, but that's the one you followed down. You found a chest, a secret door, leading to another smaller room with another chest and a cabinet that had some creepy black robes and a half face mask made of iron. And that is where you are now. There is one more door in this room, and it's a wooden door similar to the other ones, and I don't remember if you've tried to open it yet. But that is where you are. So your options from this point, depending on how much you want to bounce back and forth, you've got the rest of this wing to explore, and then 2 more sections, one with a door and one that's a big wide open hallway, and you haven't been down either of those. The sorcerer, whose name is Miro,
Yes.
has a giant creepy skull that they took from the middle pyre, and some of you have vials of potions. I think you all have robes. And Miro also has the charcoal drawing. Actually, Miro has pretty much everything. The charcoal drawing, the magic dagger, the iron mask, and the skull.
Cool.
And so that's what you all have. That's where you are. And go ahead and pick it up from there and tell me what you do, and I'll describe what happens or discuss amongst yourselves.
I began to furiously masturbate.
Roll a constitution.
Oh.
That would have been cooler if I said that without stuttering. No, I realized that since I
First
am
edging
God-
save.
Wait, what kind of save?
Edging save.
Nah. Okay, so I realized
Yeah, it makes
that...
perfect sense because you have to keep checking it. Otherwise,
No, so I realized that because I am God, that no one's watching me, so I can just smack at any time that I want. Is totally legit. Because that's the only reason not to do that. Is God's watching. My next character is gonna be named Onin, and that's all I'm telling you.
Not watching
I have one. No, never mind. Yeah. So actually, thanks for mentioning that water stained map handout. Because I put that up on the stream. Because I'm like, oh yeah, a handout you're talking about. I'll put it on the stream. And now I'm looking at it next to the Owlbear map, and I'm going, oh, that's a map of the dungeon that we're in.
You mean you didn't figure that out like as we started uncovering it last session?
I was a few
Because it was
candies
incredibly
deep at that point.
True. You were definitely candies deep.
Yeah, so that's I guess kind of what we already were figuring. The middle path is like the main path, or some kind of an X marks the spot. So I guess we go ahead and finish this offshoot that we're on, and then we'll go do the other one probably, and then we can go back to the main path. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sounds
cool.
like a plan.
Cool.
Okay. You go?
Yeah, okay, so Shem HaMepharash, personification of the Judeo-Christian god, approaches the door, and I'm going to put my ear against the door and listen and just see if I hear anything before I blast it open.
All right, make a wisdom perception check.
I do have 2 more divine sense, so I'm going to save those. Wisdom perception with +6, I got 16.
All right, with a 16, you listen on the other side of the door, and you hear complete silence.
Awesome. Hey guys, it's
Sound
pretty
like
quiet in
anything is
here. I think
moving
we
or
need to
happening.
pump up some jams. Does anyone got some?
Or we could enter slowly.
Music?
And I
What?
have lots of music.
So do I.
Let's have a quick music break. And I start like tapping my toe and clapping my hands, and I'm waiting for you to start jamming.
I grab out my panpipe and I start furiously blowing away on the panpipe.
Yeah. My name Yahweh, and I'm here to say that I like to choose the Jews in a brand new way, and attend to the promised land. He say, hey, I'm God today, and I'm like God.
You're something.
You're not joining in? You have I pointed the
No.
loot thing on. I pointed the fuck Lootlian Bandor, and I say, come on, man, join in.
No, not do that. No. Sorry.
Okay. I look dejected, and
But
I.
I'm happy to watch you make a fool of yourself.
No, that's okay. Just music's important, so God is dead and I am he. Okay, I go ahead and open the door. But there's gonna be more of that. There's gonna be more music.
Oh, I bet.
Breaks. Oh, before you open the door, I wanna put on the mask and the robes and go, I'm a spooky cultist now.
Okay, you are wearing the black robe is the one you put on.
Yes.
You
it's
are
the one I
wearing-
had.
You're wearing a black robe and a beastly iron mask with fangs and the chin uncovered.
Oh, and putting the skull on top, totally to just complete the outfit.
The skull rests perfectly between your horns and the mask and holds the mask on to the top of your head.
Amazing. Okay, now you can open the door.
All right,
Okay.
Hashem, you grab the door handle and it is unlocked.
I open the door.
All right. You grab the door and pull it open, and the door opens, revealing a circular stone room. You immediately see a glow of light and look up to see a colorless gem emanating a faint light, which is suspended from the end of a stalactite high above you in the center of the room. Otherwise, the room appears completely empty.
Whoa.
And that's all you can see from back here opening the door.
And we're all just going to sit here and stare.
Because it's so pretty.
Shem looks down at Miro and says, "Sorcerer, this room seems suspicious to me. Can you search it for any foreign magics?"
Why, sure. Give me a second. Pulling up my character sheet. Yeah. A digital one, I mean. Yeah. Because that has most of my spells. Because... Okay, anyways. At first, I would like to walk into the room, but not touch the gem or touch anything yet. I would like to take a closer look at the gem.
You walk up right to the edge of the room. There's that. So the tokens are duplicating for some reason when you guys move them. So that's why there's two. That's not a problem. If I see an extra, I'll just move the extra away. But that's what happened. Just so you guys know, it wasn't some weird clone shit. That'd be hilarious, though. So you step in, and as you're entering the room, and you can see the full room, you get another slight, an important description, or the remainder of the description as you can enter it. There's a narrow border of unmarked stone around the floor at the edge of the room, with smooth cobblestones covering the rest of the floor. The walls are plain, unworked stone. So there's kind of a... Let me draw here. Do from the center? Yeah. So there's kind of like... No. Yeah, like that. But it's not perfectly centered. So the center of the room, like that, is kind of like a cobbled, kind of like, imagine Minecraft. The outside is smooth stone, the inside is cobblestone. So it looks like the inner stone might have been worked somehow. But yeah, you step right to the edge of the hall where the hallway ends, and look inside the room and see that.
Cool. You said something about a gem?
Yes. So, in the center of the room, there is a stalactite sticking down from the very top of the ceiling, and 50 feet above the ground, from the center of the room, is a colorless gemstone, which is emitting bright light and lighting up this whole room. And it hangs from the very tip of the stalactite as if it's growing out of the stalactite, or if the stalactite has grown around it. But it just sits there 50 feet above the ground in the center of the room. So I can mark that, I guess, but center of the room.
That's so cool.
Right there.
Anyways, I would like to get closer and visually inspect the gem.
All right.
Keyword can't speak today. Visually.
You eyeball
All right.
it.
So you stand at the edge of the room and squint at it, and you feel like it might be better if you get a little bit closer in order to get a better look. Though it's still 50 feet up, you can still at least be directly under it. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Intelligence investigation check.
Got it.
I'm trying to say that. I'm not... you probably know, but I'm trying to get better at that.
Yeah. That would be 17.
Alright, and that's after all your modifiers and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you step into the room, and you begin staring at the gem, and as you set foot on the cobbled stone in front of you, you don't notice it, but as soon as you step on it, giant hands made of rock reach up and grasp at your legs and try to grab you and hold on to you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
How far away?
Natural one.
How far away are they from me?
From you, they are about 15 feet away.
Okay, about 15 feet is how many feet?
Exactly 15 feet.
Nope. I have a saving throw bonus, but it's only to 10 feet.
Oh, yeah, you should have walked in the room with them.
I did?
Character's not.
I'm okay. So, hold on. Let me check the map. No, I think I stayed about 10 feet back with my bull, leading him into the room. I just didn't have a chance to say that yet.
I will allow this one chance to make a makeup to add the bonus because it's a cool ability, and I want you to be able to use your abilities. But if
I can't stay up all night, so we're gonna start meds at 9:15. Got it?
Uh-oh, can you hear me?
yeah, sorry, I don't know if Deanna was talking to you.
Oh, sorry. No, she's talking to Miles. No, yes,
Okay.
yes, I appreciate that. Okay, so I just so you know, I was thinking of myself as following them into the room, but I mean, I was kind of letting them do their thing first. But yeah, I think that in the future, as we go into rooms, I'll make sure I specify if I'm following them in
Yes.
or watching guard or whatever, because otherwise we wait until someone interacts with something in the room and then it matters. And
Yeah.
if you're outside of the
Like-
room, you might live, and if you're inside of the room, you can help. So,
Exactly.
Or
exactly.
just say I'm omnipresent, so I choose my omnipresence to really be here right now.
yes. Okay, so I'm within 10 feet. So, you add a +3 to the saving throw, Willow.
Awesome. That would be a 9. You
Okay.
rolled a natural 1. What do you know?
But yeah, so that's kind of how I'm doing it is wherever your tokens are when a thing happens, that's where they are, and if you're not keeping up with moving them, that is your responsibility. So if another person moves, I'm not going to say what happens until their token moves, and then when their token moves, if people don't follow them, I'm assuming that they're allowing that person to scout ahead, because there could be a situation where the opposite's true. You're like, no, I was standing back. So it is important to keep yourself positioned, and if it's important, like a giant battle is about to start, I might ask, what is everyone else doing? But I'm not going to ask that every time. So be aware of your characters. But with a 9, you step forward. Oh, it's okay. You may get a disadvantage anyway because you're unaware of their presence. So you step forward, and the hands reach up, and they burst out of the ground, and they grab you, and they drag you down a foot under the ground. You're now knee deep inside this cobblestone.
Oh
You
my
feel
god.
it. You feel it crushing your legs, and you feel like if you don't escape, it's starting to like crush your flesh and bruise you, and maybe even break your bones. And
Hate hand mines,
let's everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh,
but I'm outside the room.
Okay, you don't have to participate in combat.
I would like to, but I mean,
please do.
You see what's going on, so initiative is a way to track quick. You're still outside the room. No, I'll let you move in because I let Nick move in. Initiative
no,
is
that's
a
okay. I was intentionally staying out of the room until the thing started.
Okay, then yeah, you're there when initiative starts. Initiative is a way to track quick moving, important, short periods of time. So it's not necessarily a combat, it's just things that are happening within a short period of time. And wherever your character is, that's what they can do during that time. So everyone roll to see which order you act in, and you guys can you can switch. No, you can't switch. Your initiative's initiative. Older versions used to be able to switch around, and I was thinking, oh, it's just you three, you can pick, but no, we need to do initiative.
17 for me. For Shem.
7 for me.
24.
Wow. Okay.
Right. So, Hashem is first in initiative, so you're following Nero closely behind, and he's looking around the room, and he steps onto this cobblestone, and as soon as he steps onto the cobblestone, You see a spattering of gravel as these hands made of stone reach up and grab his feet and begin wrenching him into the ground and pulling him down, and he makes noises of various kinds. You can decide exactly what noises are coming out of you as your leg is wrenched, kind of
Boot noises.
like a wood grinder as your leg is pulled between the cobbles of the stone. And Hashem has the opportunity to act. What would you like to try and do?
Are we in initiative
Help
order,
me!
or is this like a...
Yes,
Ah!
Okay,
we're in initiative order.
Okay, so this is normal initiative. Okay, so let me look at the map. I'm 10 feet. Where are the monsters?
There are no monsters. There are hands of stone pulling Miro into the ground.
What the hell?
It is square.
Hands of stone. Hold on. Let me do. Let me look at divine sense and see if that includes like elementals, and also if it's like an action or something. I have to use an action, but it's only celestial, fiend, or undead. Okay, I don't see any magic that would let me tell what those things are. Can I get a knowledge check to see if I can tell what these things are? If it's like a trap or a creature or what's going on? What's going on?
You can make an intelligence check, straight intelligence,
I am so smart.
or Arcana. Are you trained in Arcana?
No. I'm a paladin.
Okay.
Nope. And
you cannot tell.
Nope.
You can't tell what they're from. You've never seen something like this before. It doesn't ring any bells. All you know is there are hands made of stone, which seem to come from the ground itself to swallow up their quarry. Quarry, because it's stone.
um. Okay, so this says that mounting a creature is included in your movement speed. Does that seem right?
Sure.
Oh, it
I don't
takes
know much
half.
about mounts.
This says half your movement speed to mount or dismount.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to use half my movement speed to mount my aurochs. That's what it is. It's an aurochs. I mean, it's still an elk flavor, but that's what the creature is that I was thinking of. Aurochs.
Okay. The thing that I put in the picture, that's what that is too. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's like the proto cow thing. It's like an ancient like cattle species. Yeah, aurochs. So yeah, I'm so glad I actually remember that. What was his name though? It had a cool name.
Aleph.
Aleph, yeah. Aleph?
So Aleph followed you into the room and is 5 feet behind you, and you spend 15 feet of movement to turn around and hop up on his back and mount him, which is now 5 feet further back. So you're now 15 feet away from
Okay, so
Miro.
I want to
in the
move
hallway.
5 feet forward and kind of to the side a little bit. I'm trying to get the enemy hitbox within 10 feet so that it's within range of my my polearm glaive.
All right, so you move into the room. You can reach it from the hallway. But if you want to move into the room there, you're within 5 feet right there.
Yeah, I want to move in like kind of off to the side. I just don't. I want to stay out of melee range if I can. I want to keep it at 10 feet to force it to, be at my range, but I'm out of its range just barely.
Okay. Question: what size is your ox?
Large.
Why don't you give me an investigation check as you walk into the room?
Okay. 11.
Okay. So you walk into the room and you stand off to the side there. And what are you doing?
Okay. So let's see. Mounted on my bull. Does it look like there's anything I can attack? Can I actually like attack the stone hands?
There are several of them around and grasping like around each other, like the ones that have a hold of his legs. There's more that are like grasping, and they're like, it's like a flow. It's like a wave of water where they're all like grabbing and pulling, and then there's more that come out. So yeah, you could attack them.
Okay, so I'm gonna make an attack with my pole arm against the closest hands that I can see.
Okay. So go ahead and make a. Actually, hold on. I'm trying to see exactly how this works. Doesn't make any sense. No, yeah. Okay. It'll go. So you're attacking the stone hands that are grasping at Miro's feet.
Yep.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay. Oh, how do I roll in Owlbear?
You click the little box in the top left, show dice tray, and then click the dice that you want to roll. It's only a dice roller, does not do modifiers. So click the
Cool.
die, and it'll automatically roll it, or you can pick it up and shake it, or you can click the bottom right button, which will automatically roll all the dice.
Oh,
And
that's
it'll
awesome.
pop up your result in the top left.
Can you see my result that I just rolled?
No. There's an option you have to enable, but I thought it was enabled. But can you see mine?
I see a
I
12.
see a 12.
Oh, you have to click. You have to click the die. No. Where is it? There's a button somewhere that's show my rolls.
Oh, share dice rolls. There, you can see it now.
There you go. Where was it?
Uh.
Oh, the little Earth button. There's the little Earth button.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was a little crossed
Okay.
out thing I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so you get the animation, but everyone gets the number. But that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then my modifier for my glaive is +7. Oh my god, I'm 1 off from a crit. Dude, I should have taken one of those things that had crit on 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
All right, yeah, so +7, so that's going to need a 26 to hit.
Alrighty. And what type of damage is that?
Slashing damage, I believe. It's a glaive. I'm pretty sure glaive
All right.
is slashing.
You raise your glaive on top of your aurochs and slice it down, and it strikes several of the hands and chops off their fingers and wrists. Roll some damage.
How do I... Okay. So damage is... For a glaive, it's 1d10 plus 4. So I'm going to roll my d10, and that's an 8. So plus 4 is 12. So 12 damage with my glaive.
All right.
And I want to use my bonus action to make another attack roll with the butt of my weapon for a d4 damage, bludgeoning.
Alrighty, go for it.
So using my bonus action, I make another attack roll, swinging around the handle of my glaive, and that's going to be a 20, not natural. And it's going to be a d4 plus 4 damage. So that's 1d4. Right. 3 plus 4, so another 7 damage. Hey, that feat's paying for itself.
Yeah, and you smash it. You smash it with the slicing end of your blade, and then turn around and crush it with the back end of your pole arm. And surprisingly, although you hit it harder and more direct with the first slash, the second crush seems to just crumble several of the hands to pieces. And there's only a couple of hands left. The ones that were already grasping onto his feet are pulling him down. All the other ones are crushed to dust. but he is still held on by the hands and is pulling down. Is it your turn?
Hashem shouts out to the party. They appear to be weak to bludgeoning damage, so smash these rocks as best you can. Bludgeon them. Beat them all off. Beat off the hands.
Beat off the rocks.
Beat the rocks off. Never mind.
Help! Get my get the rocks off me.
Beat them off. Get them off. Get the rocks off. Beat the rock. Get the rocks off. Use your hands to beat the rocks off the hands. Beat the rocks.
All right, and in initiative, next is going to be. Wait.
Hmm?
Why did we say Nick goes first? Zach goes first. I think Nick was just asking about the
What?
mount. Did I?
Yeah, you said Nick goes first. He's the first initiative. Like, I guess maybe because I'm outside the room, I lose out on going first.
Yeah. Let's go with that. You were surprised, and he was watching Miro. You were kind of standing off
Yeah.
to the side. We're gonna go with that because oops.
Yeah.
No, that's what I assumed was going on because I was like, that's weird. I know I got a 24, but obviously it is that important that I was outside the room.
Hey,
Well,
you're welcome. You're welcome to speak up and correct me if I make a mistake.
Well,
like that.
you said something like, "Oh, Nick, what do you do?" or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, are we starting initiative?" And I don't pay attention to anyone's initiative but mine. So when you said, "Yep," and then I'm like, "Okay," so I I wasn't paying attention.
We'll say that he was surprised this round, but I don't want to punish a high initiative roll, so you can go ahead and take your turn now, and we'll just use that as a hand wave to explain the mistake. But yeah, you can go ahead and go now. We won't skip your turn or anything.
Yeah, I want to go into the room.
Is there initiative tracking in this tool? Because I don't see that.
I don't think so. I'm just doing it on a notepad.
Sure is nice
Then,
to have initiative tracking.
I mean, I was tracking it. I wasn't paying attention to it.
I want to go ahead and attack the hands that remain.
Okay, what kind of attack are you doing?
Hold on, I lost my character sheet.
No problem.
Oh, nope, there it is. Okay.
Yep, it happens sometimes.
I guess I'm just going to use my rapier for now.
All right, go for it. And you get 2 attacks per turn because you're College of Valor Bard, so you get extra attack. Do Paladins get
That's
extra
right.
attack?
Yes.
Did you only make 1 attack?
Fuck.
We'll just do it out of order. It's okay. Zach's going to go and take his full turn, then we'll come back to your turn and take your attacks that you missed,
Sorry.
and then we'll continue. It's fine.
This is the
it's fine.
first time I've had a character that has extra attack. I'm not used
And
to it.
they're new characters and everything, so yeah, that's fine.
Joey,
Zach,
on the
go
other
ahead and
hand,
you do get
Joey
2
always plays like barbarians and shit, and he's like, "Okay, I make my next attack. I make my next attack," and then I look up and I'm like, "How many attacks do you have?"
How do I actually roll? It's not. It's just.
So you click the die and it drops into the tray, and then you can either pick it up and shake it, or click the little reroll dice button in the bottom right.
Oh, wow,
So-
something's messed up.
What's it doing?
Nothing. I clicked on the D20, it put a little 1 next to it, and that's it.
Oh yeah, you must have something wrong with your computer. It's supposed to make a little 3D dice appear in the box.
Yeah, the one is how many dice you have rolled. You should have a popped out dice tray with the little got dice in it.
In my browser, now I see it. There's an error message saying WebGL not supported. Well, fuck you too.
All right.
All right, let me go over to
Yep, back to good old Google.
Google.
That's okay. Nick was just using it because he wanted to try it out.
If this roller, yeah, because
I did.
it's as good as Google. I mean, actually, Google's better, but this one looks cooler, I guess.
I don't like their roller at all. There's too many things wrong with it. I just like the fact that they have nice, easy maps with not too much clutter, and there's not anything to distract players. It's just, here's some tokens, here's some maps. It's like if I laid out a map. It's like if I laid out a map on a table at our house. That's all it is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So it's better than that.
15 to attack.
15 to hit. So you stab your rapier forward, and that's adding your +8. That's your total modifier.
Yes.
Okay. You stab your rapier forward, and you're being careful not to stab Miro in the leg since it's only a couple of claws left grasping on him. And you're aiming real carefully, but you go a little bit too wide and miss them. You get your second attack.
Can we not have me be too careful when aiming at the leg? Can I get a couple extra points for that on my attack?
No, that was the result. That was the explanation of why. But the real reason is because you rolled up.
Please,
Hey,
we all know I would not be being careful. All right,
Look at my
second
dice.
attack roll.
Look at my dice, guys.
I don't see them.
It's not being shared?
26.
Oh no, are you like continuing to roll them? It doesn't give a result until they stop rolling and settle on a result for like 5 seconds. Yeah. So you can actually cheat to get 20s that way. Sorry, Zach, what did you say? Total?
26.
26. That'll be a hit. So you take a little more careful aim, you steel your nerves, and you stab forward. Give me some damage. Make sure you add that bonus plus 1. It's already calculated.
Wait, where's the bonus plus 1?
The 1d8 plus 5. I don't know why I said add the bonus. It's already in there.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on.
I'm just alluding to the fact that you have a magic weapon that gets bonus damage. 689.
We got 12.
12. All right. So you stab your rapier forward, and it pierces completely through one of the stone hands. And it doesn't look like it did that much damage, but you shoved it through so hard that it went through and stabbed the other one too. And you pull out your rapier, and it looks like it just plowed a hole straight through them, like it didn't do very much. But then it was enough from the damage they've already taken, and the top of their hands snap off, and it's just some forearms that are flailing around, and then they crumble to dust, and they're no longer grasping at Miro's feet, and he is standing now in a pile of gravel.
Oh my! Oh, that was really scary.
And
Hmm?
Nick, let's go to your turn. What would you like to do?
Are we doing my extra attack that I missed, or am I taking a normal turn and we're just okay?
So I'm sorry that this is happening this way, but I'm making it the most logical.
Works for me, yeah.
I'm making it the most logical chronologically. So if Zoe went in and attacked the hand, and then you went in and attacked the hand, technically you would have got the killing blow, but we're not tracking that because it doesn't matter. But you go in and attack it. It is now dead, and we fall to your turn, and you've spent all but 5 feet of your movement, and you're up on right next to Miro with 1 attack left and 5 feet of movement.
Okay, cool. Do you see my result in the owlbear thing, the dice result?
689.
Good. Okay. So I just kept tapping d20s. I have 65 d20s that I rolled to get that number. And if you take one of the dice and drag it around, it rolls all the other one and keeps like randomizing them.
Yeah.
And it took a really long time
roller.
to settle because it's got 65 3D objects and they're like lagging.
It's literally it's literally a rigid body simulation in the browser.
Yeah, and it's so satisfying because I can just sit here and just but it takes a really long time for the roll to finish. So
yeah.
I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to make 1 normal attack roll. And that's enough.
So what are you doing? The stone hands are dead. You destroyed them you destroy them essentially with your first attack.
Oh shit. Okay, so I have 15 speed of movement, and then I've got an extra attack. I'm so sorry. Okay, so then I guess I use
movement remaining.
Okay, and I don't see any monsters in this room or anything, right?
There are currently no remaining monsters in the room.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and ride out 15. Whoa! Why is that there?
That's a drawing that you created.
Why do I? Oh my god! Where's the grab tool? Oh, it's a notepad. Oh my god! I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this. Okay, so just goes by. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my movement to just ride out past Miro a little bit, so I'm kind of in the towards the front of the party. Oh wow, look at all these
Oh,
dice options.
let me read mounted creatures real quick.
Hee hee hee. You can knock me off somehow.
So it takes your movement speed to mount it, but then it acts on your turn.
Half.
The initiative of a controlled mount changes to match yours when you mount it. It moves as you direct it, and it has only 3 action options. A controlled mount can move and act even on the turn that you mount it. An independent mount retains its place in the initiative order. So you don't actually move. You just, on your turn, you just ride it, and then on its turn, it moves. Which is kind of weird. That doesn't seem very intuitive. You can't move on your turn if you're mounted. You have to wait until its turn. But its initiative changes to match yours. So let's just say it acts on the same exact initiative count as you, not sequentially. So it's using its movement. You're taking your turn at the same time, like in Baldur's Gate.
Well,
you're taking your turns at the same time, right?
Well, okay, so it has actions too. So I think that would be the thing. Is it would be like, okay, so if its initiative matches mine, I can choose which goes first, but I have to do one and then the other. Right?
No, because the whole point of mounts is the whole. I think
It's
that's
the same.
raw.
Okay,
but
so
the
it's
whole
just
point
one
of
big
mounts,
turn with 2 actions. Your
Yes,
mount's
'cause
action
you're supposed-
and movement and your action, but
Yeah.
you can't move.
because mounts are supposed to be extra mobile. You go through all this effort, and it's supposed to be mobility, but then you can't move or more than once on your turn because once your mount passes, it turns over. No, that's stupid. So your turn happens at the same time. I think that's what they meant by on the same initiative as you. So you mounted it. It took 15 of your movement speed. You now have 15 feet left. But when you mounted it, now it's moving its movement speed. So it moved 10 feet forward and 5 feet to the side, and it had 40 total. So it now has 40 minus 15.
Okay, 40 minus
25.
15. Okay. Well, I'm only gonna move out a little ways from Miro, I think. I don't think I want to charge, or I don't know. Do you guys want me to just charge into the middle? Or do you want me to stay a little back? Okay, then I'm just gonna charge out to the middle.
Do it. Do it.
Okay, so this says it has only your mount has only 3 options: dash, disengage, and dodge. So I would say that my mount can only attack if I'm not riding it. And when I mount it, it loses its attack options. That's what it seems like.
So I'm not going to discuss it too much, at least right now. I don't think mounts attack. Unless it says that it probably says that in your spell, which is an exception, but it's going to be in the fine steed rules, not in the general mount, because general mounts can't be just commanded to attack. But I think fine steed can be. It understands you, and communicate with it telepathically.
Okay, this says that if you're letting the mount act independently, intelligently on its own, then it might choose to attack, but you can't.
And you can direct it because you're a paladin.
But you can't command it to attack as an attack option if you're controlling it. But because of Fine Steed, we could say it's like a dragon. It's like an intelligent mount. And so it's basically, so it's kind of like decoupled a little bit, and then maybe it can attack too.
Yeah. So if you want it to act on the same initiative as you, then all it can do is move and act as a mount for you. If you want it to act independently, then it goes on its own initiative, and we do have to separate movement like we were talking about, but you can also ask it to attack.
Yeah, and I don't control its attacking, but it's intelligent, so I can basically talk to it and it can understand me.
Yeah, it's an NPC, but you can talk to it like you could any of your party members, and then it would decide what to do.
Okay.
Like you're familiar.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sorry about that. This is that's why I did Find Steed. I'm like, hey, that's a complicated thing that we can try to figure out for the first time. So, but that's not too bad. But okay, cool. So then either way, same difference. It can attack because it's intelligent. So I'm saying, because it does seem like that's the discussion. If you just have a horse, you can't do that. It doesn't attack, basically. But
Right.
if you're riding an intelligent creature like, a dragon or a chimera or something that can speak, and find steed specifically adds that, and that
Yeah.
must be why they're doing that. And elk is called out,
Yeah.
mastiff, and they have attacks. So I think that's how it's intended. Okay, so I'm going to ride out to the middle of the room, and I'm going to ready my my extra attack in case anything appears or comes within my 10-foot range.
Okay.
Which would be a reaction anyway, but still. Oh well.
So with an attack, with that, I am gonna have to kind of restrict it a little bit. You took the attack action already. When you take the attack action, you can attack twice.
Well, it doesn't
So
matter. It doesn't matter
ready
because
your
I
extra attack.
I can use my reaction to make an opportunity attack when something enters my 10-foot range. So it literally is the same thing. So never mind. I don't actually.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I do nothing. I stand here. Yeah, I've used up my action and all that. Didn't I use my bonus action for something? Yes, the second attack. My full arm attack. Yep, I'm all spent.
So the way this is worded is kind of weird, and I'd like to follow it as closely as possible, but it's not really giving me the answer or any answer that makes sense, and I've already kind of started doing it this way. So as your mount starts to walk onto the cobblestone,
oh sorry,
and hands reach up. Well, okay, so hands reach up. You know what? No, I'll discuss it. I'll discuss it after the encounter. Hands reach up and start grasping at the legs of the aurochs, and it makes a dexterity saving throw. And
oh, nice.
Ox, right? Yeah, half
elk.
challenge, not a two challenge. Oh, yeah, elk. Oh, this is a homebrew page.
Yeah,
I just
see,
Googled
that was
ox.
that was my problem. Is there actually are like ox and stuff, but no, I guess elk really is the closest thing to what the cow would be or something. Unless I wanted to, basically, it's just customized restatting, and I think elk makes more sense than warhorse. It's actually similar to elk. It's got a charge attack even.
Yeah. Okay, so based on how I've been playing it anyway. Stone hands reach up and grasp the legs of the elk and pull it down into the ground. Miro, you're now free. As the stones broke, your leg is resurfaced and you're standing in your square. But Shem's ox is now grasped by stone hands, which are pulling it down, and it's pulled down 1 feet underground. And now, I believe you do have your extra attack if you'd like to attack it.
I call Betty White and for her to come in the room with us, and I tell Betty White to not step on the cobblestone yet.
Okay, Betty White comes from back where they were, and they'll enter initiative in the next round.
Yeah,
at the entrance of the door.
You said I can use my extra attack to try to attack the hands below me. Because it's still my turn.
Yeah, because you've already taken you've taken the attack action. You've moved, and now you've engaged another creature that you can attack.
Cool.
So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Extra attack roll, and that's 17 plus 7, so 24.
That will hit.
All right, and damage is 1d10 plus 4. Oh, I love rolling d10s for damage. 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. Anything else?
Did my elk tank any? Did my elk? Because I wrote down elk. Did my aurochs?
We're gonna keep saying that.
Yeah. Did I take?
No, it hasn't taken
damage. Okay.
Miro or neither Miro nor the ox have taken any damage. Their legs started to get pulled down, but Miro was saved in time, and the elk hasn't been in there very long yet. But he's starting to make bovine noises as his legs get sucked into the ground, and he's looking scared.
Yeah, I bet he is. Okay, my turn.
And speaking of Betty,
Betty's
so
turn?
that was okay. No, you said Betty, and I was like Betty.
Oh, Betty.
But it's not Betty's. It's not Betty's turn because
turn.
he's still charging over from before. We took Zach's turn. We took Nick's turn. Next would be Miro's turn. So Miro, you're standing in this square, and now your ally has charged to your aid and gotten his ox stuck in the same trap which encircled you.
Okay, before I do my action, I would like to do my bonus action to fly like 10 feet up in the air
Okay.
with my, I believe, Temptations magic ability? Yeah. And
That is
then
tempestuous. So tempest is like a
Tempestuous.
storm, so it's tempestuous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I couldn't pronounce it for the life of me. But anyways, I'm gonna.
So you can
I
do that,
think I'm
but
gonna
when you
do a. Huh?
oh, I was gonna say when you do that, that is you can do it before or after casting a spell of first level. So if you do that, then you have to commit to casting a first level spell this turn.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb. And. Wait, let me check how close. Okay. Shem, you're kind of close to me. So. I'm
Thank
not
you, my
gonna do
friend. I feel
lightning.
close
I'll
to you as
do.
well.
No, no. If I did a lightning orb, it would kind of shock you too.
Chromatic orb is focused enough that you don't have to worry about it accidentally shocking one of your party members. You can control it
Yes,
well enough.
I know, but I have an ability where if I let me check,
Oh,
double
that
check
would.
this,
I
but
don't
I
know if
believe I have an ability where
Yep.
if I cast a first level spell that does thunder or lightning damage, creatures of your choice. Oh, of your
of your
choice.
choice.
Okay.
Please do not choose me.
One.
So did I. I thought
Okay.
you're like, oh.
Then I will totally make it lightning and zap it away.
But I do have to note one thing. It's not going to
Yes.
change what you do necessarily, but it might slightly change how you do it.
Yes.
You are currently within 5 feet of that creature, which means you would get disadvantage on your attack roll. So you probably do want to be at least 5 feet away, which would still be within range of your AOE crackling thunder.
Okay, well then first I'll move 5 feet away. Oh. Oop. Okay, there's 2 of them now. But
Yeah, you can
anyways.
just whichever one you're not using, I'll just.
Anyways. Moving backwards, fly up into the air and then zap it.
All right, make a attack roll for that chromatic orb.
Awesome. $19 to hit.
All right, that hits. Roll your damage.
All right. That's awesome. Give me a moment. $14 damage.
All right, so you're. Oh, and then also, how does that second ability work? Stony magic.
Creatures of your choice can take
Oh,
3
they just take
lightning or
damage.
thunder. Done. Yeah.
So did you say 14 damage the first time?
Yes.
Okay, so 14 plus 3 because you're AoE, so it takes 17 damage,
Awesome.
which is a lot, which is good because it was a first level spell. And let's see. What type of damage is it?
Let me check. Thunder.
Thunder. Okay, so you hurl this bolt of lightning crackling down, and when it hits the ground, instead of it like exploding in electricity, a deafening boom echoes throughout the room as the stone hands in that square completely powderize and crumble to dust.
Yeah. Bye bye, stone hands.
And as you fly up into the air and fly backwards, so you're out of range, so they can't hinder your spell casting. And you hurl a bolt of thunder down at them, and it crackles and explodes, and they turn to powder. And then your flight ends, and you descend to the ground. But you have 5 feet of movement left. What would you like to do with that, or would you like to just land where you are right now?
I would like to land back in the safe, quote unquote, safe area.
All right, you land back on the smooth stone there, and I'm actually
Yes.
I'll go ahead and mark where there's crumbling cobblestone, which is going to be like right here. Okay, and Zach, it is your turn. There are no apparent threats at the moment.
Um, we want to try and grab that stone out of the stalactite above.
Party?
Sure, go for it.
How high up is it?
It is from the center of the ground. It's 50 feet straight up. The tip of the stalactite.
Most
I
of my
don't know.
abilities revolve around smiting things. I have no flying or climbing or floaty speed.
I can fly. I could fly. I guess I'll use my Bandurarolia, my Fucklutean Bandor.
Yeah.
All right, you strum some strings on your bandor.
So yeah, I
and
use fly.
your feet lift off the ground as your lute echoes ancient bardic magic and lifts you effortlessly off the ground. You are now flying and have a speed of 60 feet.
Probably a good idea, what with the trapped floor and
All
all.
I would like to fly up now and go towards that stone and get a closer look at it.
All right.
Well, I guess at first, are we still? I mean, we're still in combat apparently. So, I mean, whatever I can do when I get to it.
Yeah, you're still in initiative, but with 60 feet of movement, you effortlessly fly straight up there, and nothing hinders your journey. You get up to there, and you see it close up, and as you look closer at it, it's a completely smooth stone, pale white in color, and it's about 2 inches in diameter, and it's giving off a gentle flickering light, which just seems to coat the whole room in a light, so you don't have to worry about that. And it is attached seemingly precariously to the very tip of this stalactite, as if it could be snapped off with ease.
All right, I want to try and break it off then.
All right. How are you trying to break it off?
With ease.
Okay. You grab it with your hand. You fly up and grab it with your hand and give a quick twist of your wrist, and the stalactite cracks under your hand, and the stalactite that was attached to it crumbles to dust, and you're left holding a 2-inch diameter pale stone in your hand as the light from the stone dims, and it still flickers, but the room is no longer bathed in bright light.
Is there any light?
No, the room is back to darkness as the rest of the dungeon.
I would like to cast light on the tip of the stalactite.
Okay, it's a little bit less powerful than the stone was, but yeah, there is now an orb of light 50 feet above the ground and darkness on the ground.
And then I guess that's my turn.
All right. Next in initiative order would be Nick, and the stones at your feet are crumbled to dust, and you are not threatened by anything at the moment. Would you like to do anything?
Well, I mean, it kind of doesn't seem like there's anything else in here, so I'm kind of thinking about, like, walking the perimeter of the room and checking for secret doors or anything.
Yes!
Good luck.
So I'm going to do that. So I want to walk
All right.
as much as I can on my turn, I want to walk the perimeter of the room. I'm stepping off of the cobblestone, and I just want to walk as far as I can, checking for secret doors along the way. Or
All right, make
any
an
kind of
investigation
secrets.
check,
All right.
and then I'll describe what happens.
Yeah, checking floors, walls, anything around the edge. Okay. God damn it, a 4. Investigation plus 0, so 4.
You walk around the edge of the room, and as you walk around, and the edges of your ox's hooves touch the cobblestone because it's large, and the perimeter is only 5 feet. So actually, he's touching the cobblestone. Hands reach up and grasp him, but since you're continuously moving and it's only half of his body, they reach up and grab air. But as you continue to walk, you have like a following of hands that stay up for about 6 seconds and then go back down into the ground. And you don't find any doors, but you've got a little daisy chain of hands that are grasping. And as soon as you stop walking, you return to the door. The last ones retract into the ground 5 seconds later.
Okay, so I walked around the whole room, didn't find anything, and the hands were basically just right behind me, and then now I'm back at the doorway.
Yes.
Okay, well, I think we can leave the room. I don't think there's anything else in here, but it seems like anytime we step on the stone, we're going to get new hands attacking us. Since we're not XP grinding, we can probably head out. Unless we miss something, but that's my thought. So speaketh the Lord.
Consulting your map, you're fairly certain you didn't miss anything in this room.
Okay, then I'm gonna leave.
Did we ever confirm it was a map?
It's a map.
I mean when you look at the map and compare it to what you see, if you assume that what you're looking at matches what you've explored so far and match up what you see, then there would be no additional rooms. And you do note that the secret room you discovered before was marked on the map.
Oh yeah.
If it was a map.
But we just found it randomly because we were just searching anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I moved my token. I'm gonna go all the way down to the other side hall and see what's there.
Okay. Initiative is over. If you guys would like to move, as long as no one else touches the stones, and then we'll start initiative again. But there's nothing else it seems to find in this room.
As I fly down at an angle towards the hallway slowly, I want to kind of flutter my hands lightly and make a ooh sound.
Okay, you do that.
And then when I'm following behind, I'm like 2 inches off the ground, and I just let my toes kind of dangle down as I slide forward.
Okay. And your paladin turns and charges out of the room. And he's walking straight
here. Oh, this way.
Yeah. And do you follow him? I see both of your tokens still in the room. Oh, okay.
I was following him.
Toddy follows him. Miro, are you also following them?
Yes.
Okay. You walk back and backtrack to your party in the other hallway. So yeah, real quick. It says trigger as soon as a creature or object touches the cobblestone. If you broke it off and it fell and touched the hands, they would suck the gem in there too.
Oh.
Any hands within 5 feet unfurl and begin to grasp at the target. If the target moves away, the hands remain grasping at the air for a round before curling into their cobblestone form. A creature touching the hands must make a saving throw at the beginning of their turn or be restrained by the hands. So that means you can just walk on the hands, they see them grasp at you, and then step off of them. That's not a trap. That's like, ooh, spooky hands.
Well, you can't.
So I made
stop. We got grabbed because we stopped on the cobblestone.
Well, yeah, but I mean, technically, Willow was just walking past them, and by the way this is written, would have seen the hands going up and been like, huh, and been able to just step away and not done anything until the beginning of their turn. You have to end your turn, see the hands, wait till the beginning. So I said, no, it's when you enter a square, they grab you and start pulling you down. That's stupid. And then if you're still in the square, then otherwise it literally is not a trap. How is that a trap? That's not a trap. And that's why I always started running it that way. And I was like, wait a second, this doesn't say that. So, and it says, if you're unaware, it's at disadvantage. How can you be unaware if you see them reach up and start to grab you?
Yeah.
And, anyway.
Are you glancing at your feet or not? Yes.
Yeah,
Since
yeah.
you asked me, yes.
So that was that. You
Cool.
can destroy them, you can smash them. But that was what I was pondering about, and I just wanted to share that. But it's yeah, they can suck you all the way into the ground and make you like suffocate and shit. They're pretty cool, but that's never gonna
cool.
happen.
Well, it could. I mean, you're
Um,
doing pretty good damage, you know.
you guys blasted through them, and you didn't like trigger a whole bunch of them or anything. I feel like the idea should be like you can all walk into the room, and then they all trigger at once. But I don't know. It wasn't that well written, but I kind of like the idea.
I
So
like that I was riding on my Aurochs and he was going to get sucked into the ground before me. I was like, oh wow, this
yeah.
map thing is actually starting to pay off.
I was gonna say it happened because he's large, so part of his body was touching the floor, and I was gonna say it just starts sucking him in, but I was like, he's already. We've already messed up too much this combat, so let's just keep going. I didn't want to go back and be like, well, actually, okay. So you continue down this second hallway. You open the door, which you knew was unlocked, and you advance down this doorway, and you see. Oh dang! Hold on. Okay. This one is that one. The door opens into a long stone corridor, which ends in a small stone room. 1 second. Small stone room. You reference the map. Okay. And against the wall, there's a chest against the wall with a wooden door next to it. So that would be a chest here and a wooden door here. Nope.
Hello?
Oh, sorry. I didn't. I didn't know if you were done drawing stuff.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
the chest.
gold is the chest and orange is the door.
I hop off my Aurochs and approach the chest and search it for any traps before I try to open it and check if it's locked.
All right,
or
make an
whatever.
investigation check.
Fling. Trying to fling this little dice thing. All right. Well, fucking sucked. 7.
7. You don't no modifier?
For investigation, I'm a paladin. You're lucky it's not a minus.
Oh. Oh, it's not a minus, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so with a 7,
I have no minuses.
You are unable to detect whether there are traps on this chest. You have no indication either way.
All right, I busted open. Wait, is it locked? Is there like a padlock on it or anything?
There is no visible locks on it if you would like to try and open it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop it open.
Okay. You grab the lid and you begin to lift it open, and it feels like it's going to open. You continue all the way.
Yep.
Okay. You wrench the chest open, and inside, it's not locked, but inside you see piles of scraps of cloth and 2 folded black robes.
More robes.
Black is not my color. I stand up and I go, "Hey guys, there's more robes here if you're like collecting them or something."
I have my robes. I'm still dressed in my fancy robes.
Yeah, your robes are.
When we get to the cultists, they're all going to be naked, aren't they?
Is there any other?
These robes weren't left here for. Yeah, this was part of the ritual. Was the folding of the robes.
This whole adventure is just foreplay for the cultists. Wait a minute.
They're watching on hidden cameras like Saw.
Oh, that means this isn't going to end well for us. I'm not going to search the room because I don't think there's. Wait, let me look.
It might not end well for you, but I have fly.
Yeah, well, I'm immune to disease, so that's going to help.
Well, I guess you're immune to what you are.
I open the door.
Shem, make a perception check real quick.
Oh, okay. Free checks. Okay, so perception, I actually have a +6. And I rolled a 3. I'm not fucking using this thing. What's 6 plus 3? 9.
The other two of you both make a perception check.
Please. Succeed. I have a +3 wisdom.
Perception.
Unnecessarily. I don't need wisdom for anything, but I have it because I'm God. God is wisdom or whatever. Wisdom, charisma, no intelligence.
16.
16. And Miro?
Hold on.
Hmm?
Rolling. Eight.
All right. Toddy, as you walk by the chest, you and only you notice that one of the robes is kind of like one of the robes is neatly folded and there's some loose scraps of cloth, but the other robe is because he left the chest open. The other robe is kind of like messed up, like it was folded, but then it's kind of like halfway crumpled and unfolded, and it seems like there's something off about the way that it's folded.
Foldus interruptus.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, I want to try and take like a closer, more careful look at it.
You look at the slightly unfolded robe, and it looks like maybe it was moved after it was folded and put away, or maybe there was something. There's something different
There's
about
treasure
it
hidden
between
in
the
it.
two.
I'm choosing not to look
I
now.
wanna-
I'm God. I've got better things to do than search every robe basket.
All right, I want to go ahead and take it out and kind of fluff it.
All right, you take it out and fluff it, and as you snap it in the air, a piece of parchment falls out of one of the inside pockets and lands on the
Treasure?
ground.
Question mark?
I want to go ahead and pick up the parchment and take a look at it.
All right, you look at it and you see this. And anyone can read out loud, or you can all read in quiet.
Once I put it on my stream, I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm letting you guys read it because that's like your character gets it and then reads it. I'm not like announcing it.
I say, an important letter, let me see that. And I snatch it from your hand. And I say, and I read it out loud. And if you fight me, then I don't do that.
Mason!
I read it over your shoulder. Vorel. This letter appears to be to someone named Vorel, from someone named Balthazar. It says, may you never be far from his princely gaze. Oh god, there's a lot. I hope this letter finds you and our brethren in good health. You will be pleased to know we have been making excellent progress in our research. Transcribing Lost Abyssal continues to be slow, but we have finally found a tome which gave us the breakthrough we needed. We are certain that this time we have accurately translated the text. As we had suspected, the ritual to raise Bakasura requires a large number of blood sacrifices. However, a key point we now understand is that we need a mixture of both willing and unwilling victims. I have enclosed a translated copy of the writings. This contains details with which to concoct the potion and the specific requirements of all sacrifices, both willing and unwilling. It also contains information on the host Bakasura will eventually inhabit. It makes for fascinating reading. The unwilling victims must have their visage forcibly marked as beasts, whereas the willing victims will actually undergo a physical transformation to savagery, changing them both inside and out. We shall discuss more on my return. I hope you can make progress with my notes until then. I await my return as I await his... How do you await your own return? With impatience.
Yeah.
May you walk the true path in the endless maze. And I go, oh, this is terrible. And I pull my flint and steel out of my pocket and start trying to make a spark to light this on fire. And I go, oh, this is
Whoa.
tainted message from evil to evil, and I shall not abide its existence. Flick, flick,
Whoa,
Like-
whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
I snatch the letter out of his hand and go,
Ah.
hey, this can be useful for later. Maybe we can burn it after we're finished.
Well, I
Also,
suppose,
all
I
of
suppose you
you-
want to save the blood sacrifice ritual too, and do it just for fun.
No.
We live in a
No.
world where toilet paper doesn't exist. I'm not burning any parchment that could be put to better use.
That's a good point.
I give the letter back to Zoe.
Thank you. I want to fold it up and put it in my pocket for now.
No one
everyone
protested
make-
it at me taking it, and then I'm like, no, I'm going to burn it. No, stop it. We didn't let you take it so you would burn it. I'm God. I burn books.
You don't need to measure it with torch throws.
Shouldn't let me take it. Everyone make either a history or religion check. Both of them would be intelligent if you're untrained.
I'm using Google this time. History or
Good call.
what?
History or religion or
Okay, I have a
intelligence.
+3 religion. 20 religion.
Also
17.
20 religion.
Okay. Well, conveniently, you all recognize the name in the letter Bakasura. It's the name of a demonic demigod created by Baphomet himself, who rampaged through the material plane over 1,000 years ago. And according to this letter, they're trying to raise him with a blood sacrifice.
Ooh.
I have a great idea. Let's raise him ourselves and then kick his ass.
What? That's not a good idea.
Oh.
Even I know
Yeah.
what's a good idea and what's not.
Okay, can we keep that as our plan B? Like if the normal plan doesn't go. Okay, so I guess we should stop the cult from summoning Bakasura. But if that doesn't work and he gets summoned, we kick his ass.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
And if I just happen to read the next thing out loud and it's a ritual tablet, but I've already read it out loud, then it's too late. So we'll just see what happens. Now we
Yeah.
should open this door. I bet there's something
Yeah,
really
yeah,
cool
sorry.
on the other
You-
side.
You did say I searched the chest, but it says there's a note in the pocket of one of the robes, and you just completely dismissed the robe. So I was
You're
like,
talking about me, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah,
could
yeah.
have just
No, that was
said you
intentional.
see two robes. I could have said you see the robes and in the robes, but if you didn't even search them, so I'm like, I'm not gonna. I don't want to say you don't find the thing, but it kind of intended for you to just find it. So I'm like,
Well-
yeah, I'll give it to him some other way.
Normally what I do is I always search under stuff because frequently there are hidden compartments or there's stuff under the clothes or whatever. So I always do that. But in this case, I'm God and I don't have time to be rummaging through people's dirty laundry and I gotta go. And my other members of my party can choose to search it themselves, or my DM can
Yeah.
be really nice and tell everyone to do a perception check before you walk
And,
away
like-
from the main key story elements.
I don't want to be like, aha, you didn't describe that you searched through the pockets. You said
Yeah,
you searched through
not
the
a
breast pocket. You
healing
didn't search through the
potion.
side pocket.
It's like a major story. It's like the only story element that tells us what's going on in this short mission. And it's like, nope,
Yeah.
I'm not going to search that chest. It's unlocked, untrapped, 0 effort. You're meant to find it. And I'm like, doesn't interest me. Come on, Betty.
So, yeah, do you open the door there?
I asked Betty to open it for me, and I stand off to the side.
Okay. Let's see. There's Betty. That's Betty's token.
Whoa, she's big.
There you go.
Whoa, Big
Whoa.
Betty.
Okay, you're standing
Big
right
Betty.
in front of the door, and
Damn.
Betty kind of motions for you to move. Rawr.
Fling open the door, Betty.
She gets impatient and shoves you aside, and opens the door,
Oh, I was in the way.
and yeah, and looks inside, and nothing happens, nothing explodes, but you're now standing off to the side,
Oh, okay.
but you're not looking in the room. Betty's looking in the room. Betty can see everything that's in there.
I look at her and I go, well, Go on in.
Betty walks into the room.
Betty is a woman, by the way. Because a white
Okay.
could be male or
I mean,
female.
I don't think.
I mean, the art shows what looks like a male, but this is a female. Betty White. And she looks like Betty White. It's Betty White. Just imagine a
Betty
zombie Betty
White.
White.
It is.
Already imagining it, man.
With like weapons and armor.
Lovely.
All right, Betty.
I've been
Betty is in
picturing
the
that
room.
since last week.
You should add that to
Like
our
Betty
party
White
thing.
and Lark. Do you remember
Oh,
her
yeah,
in
I
that
thought
football
about it.
commercial where she, gets tackled and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was picturing that, but with weapons, like her with like lightsabers. Don't ask me why.
Lightsabers.
Lightsabers?
I don't know.
Dusty. Tell Dusty I said
Dusty's
hi.
being cute.
That's the fire alarm,
Oh.
Dusty. Dusty playing fire alarm.
When I,
He sounds like a fire alarm.
when I worked at Komen, one of our remote people, she had a bird, and so every now and again you'd hear her in the background in Zoom meetings and stuff. But she was on the phone on speaker in our boss's office one day, and it was a long conversation. Heard the bird going on, and then we started making random whistling noises, and then you'd hear the bird cock back. And we kept doing it more and more until finally our boss was like, "Would you guys shut the hell up?" It was just us making bird noises and her bird talking back.
Dusty can
And
do
it's
things.
for like
Gertie.
Dusty can do more than
we let him go. He let him go on
scream.
entirely too long.
Oh my god. Dusty's
Dusty
only,
is dancing.
he's only annoying sometimes. He'll sing, he'll say step up and I love wait, what does he say? Does he say I love you? What does he say?
Yeah, he tries. He also says peekaboo and some
Peekaboo,
other
that's his
random
favorite thing.
gibberish.
Yeah.
Yes.
But sometimes he mad
Okay.
and goes scream, scream, scream. Oh yeah, we're in this room
Yes.
now. I'm right behind Betty. I kind of like followed her in the room.
Okay, Shem and Toddy walk into the room behind Betty, and Betty is standing right in front of the entrance. But as you walk through the hallway, a slightly acrid smell hits your nose as you walk through the door, and you
Yeet.
find yourself in a plain circular stone room. In the middle of the room, you see a circular wall, only a couple of feet high. Apart from this, the room seems empty. And so there's a circular wall, probably about waist height. Looks like that.
Okay, I'm gonna hop on
Ew,
my
it's smelly.
Oh, it's like a toilet situation. Oh, I bet the documents that Trump flushed her down there. You heard that he actually did that, right? That plumbers actually had.
Yeah,
to
we
get
already knew
all-
he did.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we knew.
We already knew that he would
but-
destroy documents.
Yeah, we knew he would, but now we actually have the specific knowledge that he burned documents, shredded documents, and flushed documents. That's the new one, flushing documents. That's, I mean, not a surprise, but it's like Ray Liotta and Goodfellas.
But like we literally had a staffer who already reported that he would destroy documents.
Well, yeah, but I didn't hear about
I-
toilet flushing. It was just like he would rip them up and then leave them on the floor and scatter them around. Not he had burn bags. I mean, it's not surprising.
It's funny.
I'm gonna look at the poop water. I'm gonna ride on my Aurochs up to the poop water well and look down in it. I'm immune to disease. I could drink the poop water.
I'm really tempted to fly up behind him and push him in. And
He's on the
this
rock.
is Colta.
Sparta. Yeah.
All right, so you walk over to the wall, and as you peer over the wall, you realize it is in fact a low-set well, filled almost to the brim with a colorless liquid. The inside of the well appears completely clean and free from any plant growth or dirt. And you can just about make out the glinting of a golden-colored object resting at the bottom of the well.
How deep is
And
it?
I pushed God in.
You estimate it's probably between 40 and 50 feet down, but the distortion of the liquid kind of makes it hard to tell for sure.
So he pushes me, and I try to make it look like I'm voluntarily diving into the well off my Aurochs. because I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want it to be obvious that he just shoved God down a well. Shoving God down a well.
I don't
so
know how
my
to tell you
pieces
this,
can
but
be free.
I do that every time I take a dump.
All
And that's what I'm going to call it from now on, shoving God down the well. All right, sorry, baby. I really got to go shove God down the well now.
And I clasp my hands like a diver, and I head first down the well towards the gold shiny. God likes gold. Yes, he does.
All right. So he shoves you off your aurochs, and you go whoa and splash into the well.
I don't
as
say whoa.
liquid
I play it
splashes up
off.
out of the
I
water.
say I'm doing this intentionally.
Okay, he shoves you. He shoves you, and you do fall, but you pretend you're like, oh, I think I'm gonna dive in.
Better
you
yet,
splash.
Of my own free will.
Could we have him just go in on his own volition and then I'll tell them you pushed me?
Tell them we pushed you.
You splash into the water, the liquid, and and you're floating. You're floating in the liquid. What do you do?
Down I go. Glub, 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 glub,
All right. You take a deep breath and swim down, and you're about 20 feet down, and then as you're swimming further and further, and the liquid is soaking into your armor and your clothes, you take 3 acid damage, and you realize that the well is actually acid, and you are now burning and soaking in acid, but you're 20 feet down.
Shit. Well, okay, so let me do my HP. So I'm at 49. It's not too bad. 49. Okay, well, might as well continue on down to the bottom. I've already come this far.
Yeah. So your next turn, you continue swimming down.
Yep.
And you swim down, and there is a little maybe a half an inch little chunk of gleaming golden metal.
I snatch it up.
All right, you pick it up, and it feels incredibly heavy for its size, but you are holding it in your hand.
I place it in my mouth for safekeeping.
All right. It tastes like acid.
I swim up out of the water. Acid.
All right. On your way out, you take another 2 acid damage.
All right. I'm at 47.
Should I fly down and pull you out?
All right. You get up to the top, and you break through the surface, and you take a deep breath, and the acidic vapors are choking you as you float on top of the well.
When I took a deep breath,
You swallowed it.
I swallowed the gold thing. I swallowed it. I climb out of the well and flop into a heap on the ground, acid splashing around me.
Yeah, let's say you take another 4 acid damage, and then it soaks in and drips off your armor enough that it's not damaging you any further.
Okay, I'm at 43 hit points.
Yep.
Not shook. Guys, I got something, but I swallowed it. I need to vomit it. I need someone to punch me in the stomach.
You need to vomit it.
Yeah, do you know Ray of Sickness? By any chance?
No, and you're immune to disease.
I don't need a disease. Just punch me in the stomach really hard.
Okay. If you insist. Or I could ram you with my horns.
I want to cast Shatter. Kidding.
Yes. Yeah, use your horns. Just blast me right in the stomach with your horns, and then that should make me throw up.
Alright.
I won't even flex my abs.
Gonna get Houdini.
I'll do it, but not with the sharp part of my horns. Anyways.
No, just turn the points down, facing down.
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready.
I whack him with my horns.
All right, you headbutt him in the stomach, and he doesn't vomit, but it does like the high milk maneuver, and a little chunk of gold goes patoo and flings out of his mouth and lands in the well and sinks to the bottom.
Nah,
I was waiting for that.
No.
Mage hand.
Oh my god, we could have mage handed
Can you
it.
It's too far down for mage hand.
Can you mage hand it out of in midair while it's flying towards the well?
No, everything that falls instantly.
No!
You
He
should use
mage
your
hand.
reaction.
It's going
500
towards
feet at
the.
a time instantly.
It's going towards the well, but does Aravan have mage hand?
I'm not
Sorry,
Aravan.
Miro. I was looking at the thing. Miro headbutts him, and it flies out of his mouth and goes to the well. And Miro casts Mage Hand and grabs it as it's right before it touches the acid.
Yeah, mine. Okay, fine. Yours. You're the one who had to vomit it back up. It's kind of gross. I don't want it.
That is
The
what
mage hand
is
drops
for.
it in front of you.
It's just stomach acid and some other kind of acid. Um,
Well,
I-
it's
I-
gross.
I pour a little bit of water from my canteen on the golden thing and then inspect it.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't help anything because we don't know what type of acid it is. Some acids will dilute just fine. There are others that just become more acidic.
You turn it. It turns from a benign acid into like one of those ones that just melt your skin off.
This could have been
3
a really
sessions
good
later. How did we get this
alchemist
deep into
campaign.
chemistry?
So you're inspecting it, and it looks like it's just a very pure, clean chunk of gold.
Gold. Ugh. I'm already saving up treasures in heaven. Here, you can have this, and I toss it to Miro because he's the one that helped me.
Ew.
It's clean. I used some of my own water to rinse it off. Fine, give it back. I'll give it to Toddy.
Still,
I'll give it to
ew.
Titty.
Toddy can have it. Besides,
Well, it looks like there's nothing else down here, so let's go head back to the main room and go find some cult shit.
yeah, let's go.
All right,
I'm
you're free to move whenever you'd like.
There, I moved my token. Oh,
Let me move my token
So,
to follow you.
you told me that since we've been traveling for like a couple days or some amount of days that I could have cast Find Steed on a previous day because my steed basically just stays until either it dies or like gets like some like super dismissed or something. So can I reuse that slot for something else that I would have said at the beginning of the day?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you didn't have to. Oh, you're talking about the memorized slot.
Yeah. Memorize the prepared slot.
Yes, but if something happens to your mount, you can't
Yeah.
resummon it until the following day.
Yeah, that's
But
fine. I think it'll be okay. If I lose it, that'll be sad. So I'm just gonna replace it with aid. Nothing weird. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast aid now on the 3 of us, so everyone gets +5 hit points.
Okay.
Plus
And now
5
I want to
max.
shove the oryx into the well.
No, not my cow. Not my happy cow.
All right, so
I think I should. Are you guys
Yeah.
both undamaged?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my lay on hands to top myself off. So I have a pool of 30, and I'm down to 43. So I'm gonna do 9. So now I have 21 lay on hands points left, and I am now at full health plus the 5 from aid. So I am 57 hit points.
Yep. Sounds good. I
Wow.
just updated everyone's hit points for aid and your lay on hands points.
Okay. Yeah, there's either 1 or 2 more rooms. So whatever big boss battle is about to happen, I want to be prepared for. So now we have aid, and yeah, I think anything else? Are you guys all sorcerer? Do you have any spells to prep or anything? Oh, my bardic inspiration's gone.
yes,
right? That was
actually.
10 minutes. I'm gonna erase that.
It hasn't been 10 minutes yet.
hasn't?
Toddy is still flying. No, when was it casted?
You
guys haven't
Not
taken
that
any
long
rest
ago.
or anything.
the chest in the hidden room.
You haven't used it yet. Unless you used it, you still have it on you. You've been maybe 5 minutes since you guys were in the stone room.
Okay. Yeah, I mean we've been going,
Um,
not really messing around. I guess just walking around.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're ready to open this door.
Okay.
Wait,
There's not a
wait,
door. It's just a big dark hallway, and you can see just almost barely to the end of it from where you're standing. But
Miro, did you want to say or do something?
Yes, I want to cast mage armor on myself.
Good idea.
Okay.
So
All
now
right,
Okay,
you are
so
made
that's like
armored.
your armor class is
I
now.
believe that would be 16 AC. Wait,
Yeah, it should
would
be.
that be right?
13 plus your
Yeah,
dex.
that's right. That's right.
Cool.
Then that's it.
Yep, you're at 16
Awesome.
AC, and I'm marking off another spell slot.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, and so you proceed down this hallway. Then, was everyone prepared?
I am.
Ready.
I'm ready.
It is stairs apparently, so it's stairs that lead up. If that changes anything.
Up we go.
All right, you climb. Climbing the stairs, you find yourselves in a large circular room. This room seems a lot more polished than the other rooms you have entered. The entirety of the walls, floors, and ceiling are covered with delicate carvings of an intricate maze. In the center of the room is a cubic slab of engraved marble. Upon which stands a large beaten brass bowl. At the other end of the room, you see another stone statue of the same bull-headed, great axe-wielding humanoid that you had seen by the entrance, except this statue looms over 15 feet high. So a giant devil statue, demon statue. There are two identical tunnels leading from the room, one on your right and one on your left. So same positioning as the other rooms, but I'll mark them here real quick. Tunnel.
Does our map not look like the coolest ass bong ever? It even has the water in the bottom.
Multi-chamber. I would not want to
Hey,
use
Shem.
acid in my bong.
Oh God.
Yes, my child. Yes, my angel.
Shem.
That just sounds like we're dating.
That
Yes.
bull over there.
Girlfriend.
That
Yeah?
bull over there looks like your bull.
Ah, blasphemy. They have taken my symbols and corrupted them for foul purposes. I cast divine sense.
Miro giggles.
You cast
Oh?
Divine Sense?
Yeah, I use my divine sensibility to detect any fiends or bullshit.
All right, let's see. Divine Sense. You do not sense any of those types of creatures or consecrated or desecrated places from where you are right now.
Is there like is it like detect magic where I can like walk around and like sense it, or is it just like from one point?
It lasts until the end of your next turn, so if you'd like to move 60 feet somewhere, then you can do that. However you'd like to do that.
Okay. Well,
And
I guess...
also the statue is Baphomet, by the way, the big one. You recognize it.
Oh.
Hate Baphomet. He's one of my most hated boffs.
I should 3D print a little Baphomet statue and set it on my desk at work and just see how long.
Aww.
There's this really
Aw,
adorable
the little
Baphomet plushie.
Baphomet.
Have you guys ever seen the Baphomet plushie?
I bet.
It gets advertised to me on Facebook.
I don't think
sometimes. Yeah, it's a little cute guy, little cute Baphomet. So I guess like I kind of want to check, like the statue area and kind of like, you know, like sweep the room. Which I probably can't do the whole thing because it's just basically one movement action, but I just want to kind of, you know, sweep around the edge and towards the middle and, you know, maybe like something
based on your movement and your positioning, you're able to determine that as far as your divine sense is concerned, there are nothing that is pinging it within this room.
Nothing in this room.
No, nothing is pinging your divine sense within this room as far as you can reach.
Okay, I want to inspect the statues and all these objects up here.
Okay. The statue looks exactly like the other statue from the room, and you don't see anything special about it. But looking onto this marble slab, it's like 2 or 3 feet off the ground, so you can kind of climb up on it. And there's a brass bowl resting on it, and there's runic carvings um, surrounding the brass bowl, spiraling outward from it. So it starts at the edge and then spirals outward around the statue in a spiral shape. Sorry, around the bowl.
Is it something I can read, or does it look magical?
Are you trying to read it to see if you can tell what it says?
Do I
Are you
think that
examining them?
do I think that attempting to read runes might activate them?
If you're looking at them, then you're automatically kind of determining whether you can read it.
Okay, so I read them.
If reading them
In my
reading them would
head.
be the same as seeing them. So if there was some kind of a magic effect, then it would already have activated.
Okay, I read them in my
But
head.
just by seeing them. As you examine the runes, they seem to shift before your eyes, transforming themselves into writing. The writing says, "A star yearned for by grasping hands, untainted gold cleansed of all impurities, skull of a beast cleansed in anguish and flame, the final breath of a fated soul, the blackened heart of a once great lord, a cup of the purest water."
Uh,
Cool poetry.
is this a bowl? Did you say
Yes,
a
it's a
brass
large brass bowl.
Is the yellow thing a large brass bowl, and the black circle is Baphomet?
Black circle's Baphomet, gray square is a marble slab which the runes are carved into, and yellow is the brass bowl.
Okay. All right. Well, this is like one of those Zelda multi keys, and I really don't feel great about making a material sacrifice to Baphomet. So, can someone else please take the gold from me and do whatever? I'm just gonna kind of turn away, like I do from all the suffering and anguish of mankind. So I'm gonna pass my gold nugget to Miro and say, yeah, I think all the shit we found we're supposed to put in there. I think the first room we were in had the really, really pure water, so we need to add some of that too. But there was a lot of things, and I didn't write them down. So let's
They're in the chat.
Yeah.
let's add all the stuff that we have, and then see what's left. So what do you guys got?
All right.
The crystal.
cup.
There was the crystal on the stalactite. The gold that we found in the acid. Oh, cleanse of impurities. I get it. You found a skull, didn't you, Miro?
Yes, and I have the robes and the mask, the dagger, the acid vials, antitoxin vials,
Okay, so
carrying most of the stuff. Also
if one
some
if one of you guys
other
could,
treasures.
if one of you guys can go get the cup of pure water from the first room, then we're just missing the final breath of a fated soul and the blackened heart of a once great lord. And I'm not sure if that's something that we've seen already, or if that might be in another room that we haven't seen.
It's not. Sorry, that's unclear. It's not something you've seen already, or it would have been obvious to you. If you, it seems like all of the things you've collected match the description, and there are 2 unknown things you have not yet seen.
Be right back real quick.
Okay.
I'm
So,
sorry.
No,
and
no,
then
no.
when
It's
she
fine.
comes back, we'll go ahead and we'll hit one of these side rooms.
They're going to be right back, and the reason they're being right back is because they're going to run to the entrance and grab the pure water.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you, Miro.
Scoop. And are you guys adding the things into the bowl right now?
I'm not doing anything, but I'm gonna look the other
Oh,
way.
that's right.
And if Titty wants to add stuff into the bowl, then I can't stop him.
Toddy, I want to go ahead and put that stone into the bowl.
Can I call you
All right,
Hot
as
Toddy?
you set. Oh no.
What?
Can I call you Hot Toddy?
You can call me whatever you want.
Well, then it's
Call
back
me
to
by
Titty.
call me by your name.
Okay, my name is Toddy, though.
You set
Dude.
the glimmering, colorless stone in the brazier, and nothing happens except that the runes that read "A star yearned for by grasping hands," the text fades and is barely visible on the altar. And I think Willow's character has the rest of the items.
Hold on 1 second. Yes, Willow.
Just saying hi real quick. Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom, but
It's okay.
hi, Georgie. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm going to
Georgie.
sleep early today because I'm so tired and I have a huge headache.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can
I'm
wrap up
sorry.
probably before
Okay.
we can look
Good
into
night.
another room if you guys want, but then we'll be wrapping up.
Tired.
Oh yeah, because there might be some cool boss battle at the end of this, so we don't want to start that. Maybe like one more room. So what's up, Willow? That was that was Sam, by the way, saying that she was tired. I'm sure Willow's
Oh,
tired
okay.
too, but they were both in
Yeah,
here.
that just reminded me.
Yes,
Yep, doggo.
I'm just saying hello, and I'm about to get back to the visitory games. But God, there's something I wanted to tell you. Oh, okay, about the job thing real quick because I never really got the chance to speak to it about you.
Yes, congratulations on your starting your first day. They worked you a whole day too, 7 hours.
Yeah, but it was all just digital training videos. And
Oh, good. Yeah, that's like half of my job anyway.
I wrote down. I wrote down a lot of stuff. Actually, I have it in my.
Oh, good.
And
Yeah, I
have
want to
some
go
other
over those
stuff.
notes and stuff with you. I want you to tell me all the stuff that you learned.
Okay, I want to show you the other stuff too. After D&D.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna stay up for a little bit.
I'm gonna be up until around 12, and I have to go to work at 12.
Yeah.
So.
I guess your mom's gonna come home on her lunch and then bring you again. That's probably what she's gonna do.
Yeah.
Because she works at 6, so just.
I'm usually up at 10, so it works for me.
I would imagine she'd probably come home like 11:30ish. So just yeah, be up and be ready. I'll help you remember to wake up, but you'll probably wake up on your own, especially if you go to sleep by midnight.
Yeah. Okay. See ya.
Bye.
I'll come back later.
They're on their way. Getting back on.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back. So we said that when you go AFK, your character you were being right back because your character was going to fetch the water from the entrance and then come back. So you get back just as your character does. Toddy set the stone in the brass bowl, and the text that described the stone faded, and you can barely see it now. So it does seem like putting it in the bowl does something. If you would like to continue, you're the one that has all the other items.
Okay. Like the golden nugget and the other.
And the crystal.
Oh, yeah.
The crystal, Toddy had the crystal and put it in there already. The ones that it seems like you guys have based on the description are the gold nugget, the skull, and the cup of water.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take off the skull off my head and go, oh well. And then put it in and also put the slimy gold nugget in.
All right. And then you also pour the cup.
It's still slimy to me.
Yeah, it was nice and clean and acid, but now it's actually all the other things register, but that one doesn't register.
No, instead, it adds a new line of runic script that says, ew, gross.
Yep.
It is you set all of the things in, and then as you set the gold nugget in there, it gets rejected and it bounces out of the bowl.
Huh? What? Then what else could it be?
Go rinse it back in the acid again.
You have mage handy. You can dip it down in, clean it off with that.
Yeah.
Alright. I like to make a small trip back to the other room.
All
and
right,
then
you do the aforementioned thing and bring it back, and this time the text fades as you put it in the bowl.
nice.
I pee
All right.
in the bowl. I urinate in it.
Ah!
Oh god.
As the urine hits the bowl, it evaporates into steam.
I go, ooh, I'm
that
taking
smells
this
bad.
thing home. This could be really useful.
It's
As
really
you
good.
pee, as you pee in it, you swear that statue of Baphomet just started to smile.
Vomit starts dripping out of his. All
Okay,
right.
so
Well,
I think we're gonna wrap up soon, but let's just check one more room and see. So now we have an idea that there's
Yeah.
that's what these items are. We were trying to figure out what they are, and that's they're basically like keys. So let's do the south room first. Yeah, this is pretty good timing. So next time we can wrap up the last key and you know, do the ending.
Yeah.
Or, you know, maybe we're running straight into a battle and then they'll pause it there anyway.
So you. Let's see.
I'm mounted on my Aurochs. I'm so glad I remembered that. The whole last session, I was trying to think of that word, and I was like, "Oh, it's like the Bible word for cow, basically." And I couldn't think of it. And then this time, I'm just like, "Oh yeah, my Aurochs." And then suddenly I realized. I think you even said ox first, and then I'm like, "Oh no, not an ox, it's an Aurochs." And I'm like, "Why can't I think of that last time?"
Yeah, and I had actually looked at that too because I was looking at the picture and I was like, "Oh, that sounds cool." Let me just check something real quick before I describe. Okay, so I revealed this room, but at the end of the corridor reveals a heavy iron door. And I guess the text just assumes you open it because it doesn't. It immediately goes straight into the description. But there is an iron door, and we're gonna say that there's little bars, like one of those little things where you can peer through it. There's thick iron bars that you can see through. So I can describe the room, but the door is still technically closed. Beyond the door is a dark room. The only illumination emanates from a square lattice of crackling red bars in the center of the room. And crackling red bars of a magical force field set into the ground in the center of the room. Through the gloom, you can make out a stone lever set into the wall to the left, and apart from that, the room's
The rooms?
room seems
On
empty.
fire. The rooms is on fire.
So there's a lever. That's the little dangly thing there, and there's a
The dangly
red
thing in the back of my throat.
Okay. Does he
Force
tell us about what's in the room? Do I know now?
If you're standing there, you can see it.
I'm not looking.
Okay,
at
I want to try to open the door.
The door is not locked, and it opens.
I creep into the room,
Oh.
trying to stay as far away from the iron door as I can. I look really grossed out.
Okay, you are currently outside of the room based on the map.
Yep.
Okay,
I
you
look
step
down-
into the room, and
I
you
look down through the magical barrier.
you look down through the magical barrier, and you peer with your dark vision down, and you see pitch darkness. Make a perception check.
Oh, okay. Hey, if someone tosses a light stone down here, you might find something.
Okay, I would like
17.
to look around the ground, see if I could find a small rock or a pebble or a stone or something.
You find a couple of little crumbly pebbles.
Okay, I want to cast light on one of them, and then drop it down into the graded hole.
Okay, and Hashem, make a perception check.
17.
All right. The light rock drops down the hole and disappears into darkness, and you see nothing through the darkness.
Not even my light stone.
Nope.
Wow.
Oh, it's magical darkness. Can anyone see through magical darkness? Anyone got true sight?
Why don't you go pull that lever?
Why don't you go pull the lever?
I think I've done enough things involving. I don't know.
I cast command on Toddy, and I say, pull lever. Like
No,
one word. Pull lever.
Don't. Let's not. No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Fine. God will pull
I've
the lever.
heard. Or mage hand.
I don't have mage hand.
I do.
Oh, well, then I'm going to step over here while you
All
mage
right.
hand it.
Oh, I want to cast mage hand and have it go pull the lever.
All right. Is Miro in the room? Where is Miro? He's back in the altar room.
Oh, sorry. I didn't move
Okay.
my thingy.
All right. So your mage hand flips the lever, and the crackling red force field disappears, leaving a dark square in the ground.
Ooh.
That's it. There's a dark square in the ground now.
Huh.
Wisps of shadow float up above and start to seep onto the ground.
I have
Right
a
around-
feeling
right
that
around the
was
hole.
holding something back.
Oh.
I could use the spell magic on it.
Okay.
Alright. I would like to cast a spell magic on the big shadowy force field.
Okay.
Shadowy.
Let's see.
Oh boy.
Make a spellcasting ability check.
Okay.
It is your ability, your spellcasting ability, which is just the plus. I guess it'd be the same as your spell attack modifier, because you add
Plus
your
7?
you add your proficiency. Yeah, it's because it's your proficiency plus your ability score, so yeah, it'd be plus 7.
17.
All right. You cast Dispel Magic, and the darkness disappears, but is still present, and it looks like it's disrupted, but it's slowly regaining its strength. And
What?
it is slowly fading back into existence. It looks like the Dispel Magic didn't really have an effect on it, other than that it's faded it temporarily for a short period of time. If you'd like to look while it's before it completely fades back.
I would.
Maybe we can trap it in a bottle.
You can't see down the hole from where you are, and the shadow is slowly coalescing and reforming itself.
I run up to the edge and look down into the pit.
You look down into the pit, and you see through the darkness. You see let's see. You see a skeleton dressed in fancy, expensive-looking tattered robes, draped with heavy rings and ornate jewelry.
It's Ganondorf!
And holding a giant, magical-looking staff. as he looks up at you and gapes his giant mouth open, the darkness coalescing, and roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Okay.
Are we going to do the combat? We got time, unless you guys want to stop. It's
Yes.
10:30. I don't want to. Okay.
I'm good.
Well, if you say yes, then yeah, let's go. Okay.
6 initiative.
So everyone
for
roll
Hashem.
initiative. How much?
6 for Hashem.
Okay.
9 for Miro.
7.
Oh my god. No, it actually reminded me of Breath of the Wild Ganondorf. Breath of the Wild 2 Ganondorf, specifically. Yes, I know that game hasn't come out yet, but have you guys seen the trailers? There's so many.
I didn't know there was going to be one. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy it.
I never bought the last one. And
Imagine.
then I'm like, it looks cool, and I watch like speedrunners and stuff play it, and I'm like, but it's already old now, so what's the point? But it
So
would be cool to play the
sad.
new one. Now that it's actually come out and it's clearly good, like I don't want to play an old game that everyone's already played, but if there's a new one and we know it's going to be good.
There. I
17.
think there's something cool about playing old games, though.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so old games, but games that are new but still old, like just a couple of years old, is like, eh.
Eh.
Your Aurochs
Mm.
is here, and Betty White is here. They haven't entered the room yet.
Oh yeah.
But I
keep
will.
them with me.
So I'm gonna roll their initiatives, and then if you choose to mount the Aurochs,
Oh yeah.
the
That's
Ox,
right.
whatever it is, then it will share your initiative and act on your turn. But until you do, it's acting on its own.
Okay.
Elk. Okay, so even with those rolls, you have 5 party members, and the creature in the darkness gets to act first. But because of the dispel magic, you can see what he's doing. He's not covered in darkness, but it is reforming quickly. And let's see. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Down. Okay. So he looks at you from down in the pit, and he roars at you in defiance as he raises his staff, and black necrotic magic fills the staff as it lobs a orb of dark magic up and out of the hole and lands in the center of the 3 of you. And in this
I guess
area,
instance after all.
Yep, it didn't ping anything from where you were, but it's only 30 feet range, so it would have pinged something. But let's see that, and we'll do like, let's see, like that, I guess. 20-foot square, and squirming ebony tentacles fill the ground and grasp at your feet and begin to envelop and crush you with dark magic.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And that was his turn, and at the end of his turn, he holds his staff close to him, and his cloak glows with oh man, what do you call it? A darkling. His cloak darkles, and the opposite is darkle. And the darkness enshrouds him once again. It spins around him like a web, and then it explodes back out and fills the fills the area with darkness. And it is Alepht's turn. If you'd like to tell him what you want him to do, or skip him.
Yeah, I whistle for him to charge into the room and run up next to me so that I can mount him.
Okay, he runs past your allies, and as
Don't
he
make an
enters the square of the
opportunity attack on my
tentacles,
pet, please.
no, but as he enters the tentacles, they reach up and try to grab him.
Oh, they do. Oh, okay. Oh, it's like an area. It like remains.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
it's a spell. Evard's Black Tentacles.
Yeah.
He made a 20 though, so he saved. So he charges through it and stomps on the little shadow hands as they grasp up, and he goes click, 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 click. They make noises as they get squished under his trample.
His mighty hooves.
And he charges in. He charges in and does not end his turn in the thing, but he ends it right about here. And anything else on his turn, or just want him to end there?
No, just next to me so that my next turn I can hop up on his back.
Okay, and Betty White is next.
Okay. I tell her to charge down into the pit, and cut that skeleton bitch's head off.
Okay, Betty White enters the tentacles, and as she charges through with her weapon raised, her foot stomps down and then lifts up, and then the second foot stomps down and lifts up, and then as she goes to lift up her third step, her foot is like stuck with tar and snaps back to the ground, and the tentacles envelop her and start to crush her bones as you hear bones snap.
Oh no!
And she takes 7 bludgeoning damage and is restrained in the square.
Okay, she's now at
Betty!
38 hit points. Out of 40.
Yeah, what are we doing? Yeah, maximum's 45, and that's an average, I'm pretty sure, so we'll just go with 45. So, yep, at 38. Okay, and restrained, so that's the end of Betty's movement.
Betty! I reach
enters.
out dramatically my hand, and I go, Betty! No, not Betty.
She reaches out her non-weapon hand, and a lifeless screech comes from her mouth.
No!
Reaching to you for help. And next is Miro. So you begin your turn in these blackened tentacles as they reach up and try to grasp you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. 9.
9. You take some damage and are restrained in your square. Yeah, okay. You take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
And you can act on your turn, but not move.
Well, from where I am, can I target the skeleton guy?
You can see just barely down into the pit in the center of the darkness, but none of you can see him because he is enveloped in darkness. But you can target, you can pinpoint and target the center of the darkness. Obviously, based on your really cool spell that you used. What level is the spell magic, by the way? Second? Third.
Third, yeah.
Okay. So based on your good roll and your use of the third level spell slot, you were able to see what it was, get a good view of it, and you know that it's being emitted. So you know that whatever this thing is, it's in the center of the darkness. So it wasn't a spell, so it didn't dispel it completely, but it still gave you some good information rather than just being wasted. So you can choose to target the center of it and roll at a disadvantage without being able to see it. But nothing that can target a creature you can see because you can't see it.
Okay. Let me, I would like to, huh?
I'm sorry. Can you make that saving throw again? You have magic resistance as a satyr. You have advantage on saving throws against spells.
Oh, wait, she's within...
I nearly forgotten.
Right? Within 10
What?
feet?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, so
add
on the
my
second
plus
roll,
3 for
add
my
3.
modifier.
Oh my god, I got a 9 again, so...
Yeah, that's still a fail, sorry.
Oh.
But we'll know
You
for
said
next time.
well.
plus 3? Like plus 3 for me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
I got the same roll. 6 plus 3. Twice. Anyways,
Wait, plus 3?
Yeah. Oh,
It's a
wait, no.
dexterity saving
Excuse
throw
me.
where you get plus
Excuse me.
6.
Oh, okay, wait, then
Yeah.
that would be
You're trained.
12. My bad.
Okay, 12. Wait, you're not. Wait.
Does
Who's
that
plus
still
6 on?
fail?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I might have made a mistake on the sheet. Let me double check. Sorcerer.
Eh?
Why do you have a plus 6 dexterity? I think I might have copied it from someone else's sheet and not updated it. Yeah, Constitution, Charisma.
She has a high dex, though. She's got like a 16 dex.
She's got a plus 3 dex, but is not trained in dexterity saving throws. I think that was from when I copied it from someone else's page and didn't update the trained
Oh.
skills because you're not trained in it. So no, it's plus 3. I'm sorry, but you did have a lot going for you.
Okay.
You had a couple bonus chances. I'm sorry, I just needed to update that. I'll go
All
through
right.
while we're taking turns. I'll go through and update and make sure everyone else's are. See, on this sheet it doesn't auto calculate. I just entered everything manually, which makes mistakes like that happen.
Okay. Well, I still failed, but I want to burn another third level spell slot. What do you know? And
Alright.
cast lightning bolt and
Ooh.
just shoot it down straight into the pit.
All right. So the cool thing about that is going to be that there's no such thing as disadvantage because it doesn't matter if you see it; it just zaps straight into it. And I think you have it. It might be difficult to get a shot, but I think the way your party is positioned, you can definitely aim that thing straight down in the pit without hitting anyone if you're careful.
Awesome.
So roll damage, and I mean, I roll a save too, but it takes damage regardless. So. 8d6 lightning. So your bonus thing's not going to work because it's not in range, but
Well. That's still a lot of damage. Let me roll.
yep, go for it. Just no rush. Just let me know when it's done.
$24. Wait. No, that's wrong. Hold on. $29.
29 damage. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's about half the damage you could possibly deal. 8d6 is a freaking lot. Okay, so 29 damage, and the lightning crackles and strikes the bottom of the pit, and you see little bits of shadow and bone splinter and blast out of the pit as the shadows fade and dissipate.
Oh?
And you see a bone creature revealed at the bottom of the pit that looks like he's had chunks blasted off of him.
If
He's
Betty
still
dies,
moving?
I'm controlling this guy next.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Ah. Okay.
And was that your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Toddy, you're next. And make a dexterity saving throw, please. Make sure you add +3 to it.
Okay, hold on. Just a straight up
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay, and I add +3 to my modifier.
Yes. So you're because you're trained in dex. Are you trained in it?
26.
Bards are trained in dexterity, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I have a +7 to dexterity. So
Yeah, you have I just messed up the bolding. Yeah, you're +7 you're +10 essentially. So 26.
Wait,
26.
plus 10. 7 is the saving. 7 is +4 dexterity, and then plus the 3 proficiency. It should be +7.
No, It's +3, +4 dexterity, +3 proficiency, +3 from your ability.
+3 from what? Oh, my ability.
Your
Yeah.
saving
Plus
throws.
3 more
Yeah.
from my ability.
Yeah.
How in the world can anybody not dodge this? Seriously,
Yeah, with
jeez.
a paladin, and that literally that's your ability type. Let me just see.
Yeah, everyone stay close to me for saving throws. Damn.
Yep, and no, nothing happens. The tentacles grasp at you, and the unholy light granted to you by the one true Yahweh reflects the black tentacles from getting a grasp on you. They slip through their hands. Yep, and it's your turn. You are free to move or act or do whatever you'd like.
Okay.
Oh, and the darkness is gone. It's just a hole now, and there's a little skeleton wizard dude at the bottom of it.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay. I want to go. I don't have a ranged weapon, do I?
You should.
No.
Oh. No, you don't have any range cantrips either. I'm pretty sure you have like a crossbow.
Yeah, don't borrow
Supposed to start with
a
one.
rapier and also some kind of.
You get a rapier and throwing daggers, but
throwing daggers.
Oh, it's throwing daggers. In that case, I guess I'll use my throwing daggers.
Yeah, throwing daggers. You're proficient in hand crossbows. If you want a hand crossbow, that could have been something you picked up on your adventure that you just never ended up having.
Yeah, you would have realized early on that you wanted to have that.
It is. Let me check the stats on it for you real quick. It is going to be the same as your rapier, except -1 to the attack, and the damage is 1d6.
1d6 plus 5.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 4. I'm gonna actually replace the rapier or the dagger because
What's the range on it?
Yeah.
Isn't it like kind of a short 30-60?
It's kind of short, but this is close enough. It's 3120.
Okay, yeah, 3120.
1d6 plus 4, and the hit to hit is the same as the dagger, so +7.
Okay, I want to go and shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay. Roll an attack, and because the darkness is dissipated, you do not have disadvantage thanks to Miro blasting it with lightning.
Huh?
I rolled an 11, so +7 is 18.
That will hit. Willow, I was just saying that when you shocked him with the lightning, it disabled the shadow shield.
Yeah.
Did you say my damage is 1d6 plus 4 or 1d6 plus 6?
It's on your sheet. It's 1d6 plus 6.
Okay. I didn't hear you when you corrected. I thought
I don't know why it's I probably typed it wrong. It's +4. I'm sorry. I wrote +6. Sorry, trying to manage
that's why I was
people's character sheets.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not confusing at all. That's why I was wondering. I saw that. I was like,
you.
I thought he said +4 though, but okay.
Yep. I probably said +4 and then typed +6.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and let me roll my damage. 5.
All right. It takes 5 damage. And
that's my turn.
That is your turn. Let's see. That. And that's all. I need to close that. All right. Hashem is next.
Okay, I dive. I run and jump into the pit, and I want to do like a dragoon, like jumping downward slash with my glaive, and just fucking bust this guy's head open.
All right. Let's see.
And I scream, Yahweh!
Let's see.
No, it's like Goofy. Yahweh! Jehovah Mo! Like Geronimo.
Do you know the rules offhand for falling onto enemies? I can't find it because it's in a fucking book. Dexterity saving throw. Okay, so it makes a dexterity saving throw. It fails, so you take. Oh, you take. Oh, I rolled a 6. You take 3 bludgeoning damage, and it also takes 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, and I can attack it, can I, while I'm falling?
Yeah. You land on top of it. You take 5 falling. You take falling damage because you fell 10 feet.
Yeah.
But now you can make your normal attacks.
Yeah. Okay, so making my attack roll with my glaive. Okay. 18 plus 7, 25.
That's a hit.
I think I want to smite him. Hold on. Let me look up. Okay, so Thunderous Smite. It does an extra 2d6. For my actual Divine Smite, isn't it actually 1d6 for each level?
For each level of the spell slot that you use.
Oh, the spell slot that I use.
Yeah, it consumes a spell slot.
That just seems so
It's
much
2d8
worse
for the
than
first level
actual
slot.
spells.
Yeah, you have to
okay.
prep the spells if you want to cast them. This Divine Smite is just that you can activate it anytime you want.
Okay, so if I use Divine Smite, if I use level 1, so that's only 2d8. Okay, if I use Thunderous Smite, it's an extra 2d10 damage. What is Searing Smite? Hold on.
Pretty sure you have to cast those before you attack. Those are spells.
Oh, I thought you said that I could use the smite like after I find out that I crit.
You can use your Divine Smite,
that's
but
just
not
a
your
regular
spell smite.
Oh, not the spells. Those are
Yeah,
also
your spells
bonus
are bonus actions. But with those are similar. So you cast them and they're active, and then the next time you hit, they activate. So they're not wasted if you miss, but you also can't save them for a crit. Divine Smite you can save until you crit.
Okay. So actually, but I don't. But Divine Smite, I don't have to do a bonus action. The spells,
Nope, you just choose
is like
it goes
they're
off.
bonus action spells, so I can get the damage. Couldn't I do the smite on my second attack too?
Yeah, as many times as you want, it just consumes a spell slot.
All right. Okay. So this one hits. So I'm going to consume a level 1 spell slot to cast to use Divine Smite, and so now it will do an additional 2d8, and it increases by 1d8 if the target is an undead or a fiend. So do you tell me that?
It is. Yeah, roll the extra.
Okay, so that's going to be a d10, and then 1, 2, 3 d8. 10 and 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got a 1 on my d10, but it's still 18 plus 4. Yeah, right? 18 plus 4, just for my strength. So, 22 damage.
Okay.
Okay, and now I'm going to use my bonus action to try to hit it with the butt of my glaive.
As you strike it with the blade of your glaive and you go to recoil and hit it with the other end, it raises its free hand in the air, and a barrier of force surrounds it, blocking your attack, which completely blasts through the barrier, like in Smash Brothers when you attack someone who's shielding, but you're doing a smash attack, and it just goes pow, 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 and the barrier shatters into 1,000 pieces of magic energy as they vanish into the air, and your glaive just completely obliterates through it and crushes it into a pile of bones.
Oh god! So no second attack.
It crumbles to a pile of bones, completely obliterated by the lightning bolt and the barrage of attacks following, and
the radiant divine
all
damage.
of the expensive. Oh yeah. All of the expensive, fancy jewelry and rings and things like that, they start to melt into a black sludge and sink into the ground. except for the crown he was wearing, which seems to age 1,000 years in 5 seconds and turns into a blackened, tarnished crown resting on the ground, which is the only thing remaining.
Well, that's not a final breath. I guess it's a final breath.
Wow.
I snatch up the black crown and I toss it up out of the pool, and I say, "Catch
It's
y'all!"
not a final breath. It's the blackened heart of once great lord.
But it's a crown.
And it makes more sense that would be the final breath and not, it blackened, it tarnished.
I guess, but it's not a heart.
A crown would be
It's
like
not a
a
breath.
great lord.
Hey, I didn't write the module.
Okay, well. Anyways, I was just curious. That
you're,
was just
you're correct. Zach is correct. That's
Oh,
like I guess that's the logic. As it blackens, and obviously this was a great lord. He's all dressed in like
and
jewelry and stuff, but I don't know where he got the heart from. Maybe he started
because
writing it as a heart.
home is where the heart is. The heart is what you use to control the things you care the most about, and it was
Yeah.
a lord, so that crown would represent the heart of his whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. When your players write the lore for you and it's better than what you already have. Yeah, that.
He's dead!
He has so many spell slots, and I was like, okay, on this round he's gonna do this, and the darkness pretty much gives you disadvantage to hit him, and he has shield that he can just cast. So I was just like, oh man, they're gonna, and then you fucking zap him with a 30 damage lightning bolt that's not resisted. And when he drops to half HP, his darkness goes down, and I gave him the max HP. I was like, they can take it, it's not a big deal, max HP, and half his HP in one hit, and I'm like, all right, I'll let him have it. You're blasting through spell slots. That makes combat go fast.
Kaboom!
No reason to drag it out artificially. You obliterated him.
Yeah, Willow used 2 level 3 spell slots on this guy. I was gonna divine smite him a second time. I don't fucking care. Cool.
But yeah, he's dead. You got the loot. So if you want to describe what you do next and see what the next thing is, you can, and ponder it for next time, or we can end here. Whatever you guys want to do. I'm fine with continuing however much.
Let's go to the room and see what it looks like, and then we'll end there before we do anything. So Shem climbs up out of the swimming pool and dusts himself off and says, all in a day's work. And then he hops on his Aurochs and says, come on, Betty, and come on, party. And I lead them to this place over here. Oh, whenever I can scroll it. There's me. There's Aleph. And then Betty's over here too.
All right. I'm not going to reveal it because I already clicked all the stuff. So it's another hallway like that one, and then it turns to the side, and there's a door. So the hallway continues like twice as long as it is right now, and then there's a door. The corridor ends in a plain, dark wooden door. There is no lock, just a small silver door handle.
Realizing that I am God and therefore no one is watching me, I begin to furiously masturbate.
That happens?
Stop. No.
And now we've come full circle. Oh, well, I mean...
And you wonder why kids don't want to play with us anymore.
No, it's the other way
I guess
around,
you're not really a kid anymore.
Because the kids won't play with us. Yeah, eventually just wait for them to grow up. And then it just... You start... The banter goes from PG to PG-13 to R.
Hey, that's just like, back in the old days with like football and baseball and stuff. It's like you have your parents and they're super normal or whatever. And then you go to a baseball game and they're like, God damn it. Motherfucker. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, baseball with dad. Goddamn motherfucker, son of a bitch.
He didn't even wait till we were old to start doing that.
Oh my god, and I was terrified because he's like, watch out, there could be fly balls at any time. And I was like, just terrified of getting murdered with a fly ball as I'm just walking around the concession stand. Great game. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. So thanks, everyone. And then...
Oh, you're not going to open the door?
Oh, I thought you said you weren't revealing the map. So, yes. Oh, you just...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't... I didn't reveal my I didn't finish my thought. I'm not revealing the map until you actually enter the room because I have the whole thing set to reveal. So I wasn't gonna do like just the
Okay.
hallway and then just the room. So
Yes,
you can
that's
See,
still
cool.
reveal.
I want to open the door and see what we're facing.
yeah, I thought, yeah, I only heard the first half of it too. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought the rest of it. I didn't say it though. Also, there's totally cool battle maps. I'll show you guys the first one. You just destroyed that thing so quickly I didn't even need to bring it out. The door is not locked. As you open it, a blast of icy air hits you before immediately dissipating. You find yourselves in a square stone room. Big surprise. Constant eddies of freezing wind waft around you, disturbing the thick cobwebs that plaster every inch of the walls. The room seems empty, apart from a stone sarcophagus standing vertically against the opposite wall. And once I draw the sarcophagus, that's where we can end. So stone sarcophagus against the opposite wall, and there's blast of icy wind disturbing cobwebs that drape the walls.
The plural of sarcophagus, just so everyone knows, is not sarcophagi because sarcophagus is a Greek origin, not Latin.
Sarcophagus.
And the U.S. to I pluralization is a Latin thing, not a Greek thing. Sarcophagus, it actually means flesh eater. Sarcos means flesh, and phagus means eater. You know, like I can't think of an example that's appropriate, so never mind. A phage,
there's the
yeah,
rooms.
So like a something phage. You know, phage means eater. Like the phage is a weapon in League of Legends. Necrophage
you guys
would be like eating like a bacteria that eats dead flesh or something like that.
What's the plural again?
Of sarcophagus? I don't know, but it's not sarcophagi. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's the root you were saying. Okay.
Yeah, it's Greek root, so it doesn't pluralize that way. I don't know, sarcophaguses. Okay. Same as octopus, I guess.
That'd be the English way. Do you guys see the new map that I brought up? Or did you guys already?
Yeah. Cool.
So the left one, that's the stone hands room. The bottom right one, that's the pit room. And this top right one, that's the room you guys are in now. So there's actually like zoomed in battle maps. That's just a general map that we can use for exploring. And keeping track of where you are. But yeah, this is where we'll go next time.
Not to rain on your parade, Nick, but according to Merriam-Webster.com, it is sarcophagi.
Yeah, but they lie.
Oh yeah, big dictionary wants to pull you in.
Well, yeah, because I mean,
watch out! The 5G is going to activate their hidden passages that I'm pretty sure are all interpreted, if you add numbers correctly, to come out to something to do with Satan.
If enough people pronounce or write something wrong, then it becomes right. So, and Merriam-Webster only reflects usage, not like what people should use.
I know, you've heard me rant about my whole, this is my fort thing instead of, forte. And about how it does say forte in the dictionary, but it didn't used to.
Oh, although, if sarcophagus, that's a Greek word, right? But then in Rome, they might just use the same word, right? So if if English takes sarcophagus as a loan word, we can say sarcophaguses, right? Because we're using our pluralization, English pluralization for a loan word from another language. But if Latin took it as a loan word, they could pluralize it as sarcophagi. And then we could be copying them. So, I mean, I could see you could get to it that way. Wikipedia says plural sarcophagi or sarcophaguses. And I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it says that on Merriam-Webster too.
Yeah, so there's the right way, and then there's the accepted way.
But yeah, we can end there.
Yeah, it's actually
with the sarcophagus.
If you look at there's only one. The Greek word is actually sarcophagos, but then it becomes Latinized and then becomes Romanized and Latinized or whatever. So The Greek word, there is no us. It's sarcarphagos, and you wouldn't take phagos and change it to phagi. But if you take it from Greek into Latin and then pluralize it,
offensive.
but it's just kind of like phagos. Demonetized.
But no,
You're not allowed to use that word anymore.
But yeah, no, the dictionaries, they don't just go with whatever the proper was if it's used a lot, just like you said. Then yeah, which is what happened. The word forte. Forte is a musical term, but the word fort with an E on the end of it that's silent is the one that means, what you're good at.
Yeah, or the graphical interchange format. The correct way to say it
Yep.
is GIF because the guy who created it said
Oh.
it that way. But
You
because
should have cut
everyone
the scream
else
off.
says it as GIF,
Right bef-
and the and the majority says it that way and has a good argument for it. So the creator said, "Okay, fine. Then I don't really care how you guys pronounce it, whatever you want." So there was the original correct way, and then the new accepted majority correct way. Kind of like the dress.
But the
was
original
black and
correct
blue,
way
also
on that
gold and white.
term,
I'm ending the
Oh,
stream
yeah.
in the middle of our rant, by the way. Just so you know.